Hello everybody and welcome back to the Punch Podcast, episode 3. Today we're watching Rozenstruik versus Gaziev. I'm not sure how to say his name, but right now we're on Nurmagomedov. I think it's Khabib's cousin. It is Khabib's cousin. Right now we're on round 2, a minute and 38 seconds into this fight. And we're going to have a couple people join the live stream, hopefully. We're gonna watch this card. I don't know too many people on it, but I know there's a lot of good people on this card. Where's the wife fucker? Jason KO. He's been an OG on this channel. I always have a tank top on. Not today though. Not today. Mr. Bold Ops, what's up, brother? You slapping fools up on UFC? Hell yeah. That's what Nurmagomedov is doing to Alkaman right now. I really wasn't in a rush to get to this fight, because we all know that Nurmagomedov is going to whoop this dude's ass. What's up, Leland? Predictions? Honestly, I don't know too many of these guys. I've just been having fun watching these fights today. Homeboy Sojev, I don't know exactly what his name was. He trains with Goat Shed, though. That dude got knocked out with that flying knee. Holy shit, that had me excited. But I don't know too many of the people on here, but I know this for sure. Whenever I don't know who's fighting on a fight night, I know the card's going to be fucking great. Looking tan as fuck? Yo, that's actually a really good call out right there, bro. I've been in the sun all day, every day. Did I look super white a couple months ago? Because I bet I did. But for the people that are watching later on, we're at round 2. 8 seconds left. He's about to choke him out. Nope. He's riding that back control. What the Nurmagomedovs are so good at is they leave no space in between whenever they're wrestling. With takedowns, whether it just be back control, whatever control they have on their opponent, they are leaving no space for you to breathe. But I don't know. I can't really predict. Rozenstruik is the only guy that I know on this card. But I did look, and Gaziev is undefeated right now. I don't know if he's like 10-0 or 11-0. I'm not sure, but he was undefeated. I did know that for sure. We're also going to have a couple people join the live stream later on. Or join and, fuck around on the podcast a little bit. I've never really tried this, so we'll see how it works. I'm kind of just going to use my phone speaker, so hopefully it doesn't sound like shit. So I'm only going to let a couple people come on. I also asked some people to send some voice messages with questions or predictions or fight stories. So I think I have like 3 or 4 voice messages that people sent because I asked yesterday. So whatever it may be, I am happy to answer. I know Jacob Ponte over here. He's watching the live stream right now. That guy's been asking me for like a week or two to open his DM and watch his video, and every time I just get sidetracked. So today, on the Punch Podcast, we will answer his question finally. And he sent a voice message too, so we'll listen to that too. But hopefully the audio isn't too terrible whenever I let other people join. Like I said, I think in the first episode, the production quality will go up, but for now, we're just working with what we can. We're pulling the old Joe Rogan first episode. If y'all watch that, I think even Joe Rogan himself would admit that first episode was fucking terrible. But right now we're on round 3, 4 minutes and 16 seconds left. And I think Nurmagomedov, he's actually dealing with a dude that's trying to take his head off, Alkaman. But I think Nurmagomedov's going to get a decision, as they do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Pull a little Bilal Muhammad. Did you guys see that ESPN listed Bilal Muhammad as the best fighter at 35 pounds? Or, I mean, not at 35 pounds, 35 years old. 35 pounds. No, but they listed Bilal Muhammad over Volkanovski, maybe McGregor? No, not over McGregor. But yeah, they listed Bilal over Volk for the best fighter that's 35 years old. I thought that was fucking insane. And Alulu says Dagestani fighters are pussies. Damn, bro, that's a hot take. Why do you think they're pussies, though? What am I doing with my hands? Oh, my bad. I'm breaking up a little of that fun tobacco, as I like to call it, so YouTube doesn't hate me. But Dagestani fighters, why are they pussies, man? Is it because they go on the ground? I think Habib is like a shining example of what ground and pound should be, like what ground control should be in the UFC. Anytime you got on the ground, whenever you're with Habib, you know that you're going to get fucking elbowed in the dome. Like, there is no, I'm just going to rest here. Yeah, the devil's lettuce, brother. I got to come up with different things because I don't really want it to get flagged that easy, at least. But, what was I talking about? Habib, yeah, ground strikes. That guy right there was one of a kind when it comes to ground and pound. John Jones he's kind of like it too, but no, Habib, whenever you got on the ground, you knew that you could not rest. It was the same thing with stand-up. Come to Sweden so we can box. Brother, I am not going to Sweden. But you can come to Texas whenever I get a gym, and we can box our asses off. But Sweden, what do I have in Sweden what's good in Sweden other than their healthcare? That's the only good thing I've ever heard about Sweden, brother. When's the breakdown coming? For what, Leland? I got a whole bunch of breakdowns that I need to release. I got a Volkanovski breakdown about how he got knocked out by Topuria. No, I didn't do a breakdown on Ortega. But I don't know what you mean by that. What breakdown? Ground game is so important and they got it mastered. Absolutely, Jacob. The ground game is the most underutilized part of MMA. And of course it is, because it's not entertaining. It doesn't get you money. Sweden has Hamzat. What? He's Swedish? Is that true? Is Hamzat Swedish? I actually meant to talk about that guy. What do you guys think about his, like... He says he's gonna fight, but then he fights nobody. Are you guys getting tired of that? Because I'm kind of getting tired of it too. He's a really talented dude, but he talks a little bit too much shit for how little he fights. Nothing wrong with it. He's still staying relevant, but I think people are getting a little bit annoyed that he says he's ready to fight anybody, and he has fought nobody. The breakdown on bare knuckle KO. Oh, yeah. Okay. I have no clue about that, dude. Yeah, Leland Cruisen on Instagram, he sent me this video of a dude getting knocked out with one of the meanest overhands I think I've ever seen. If you guys are watching this podcast later on, check my Instagram or check my YouTube in a couple weeks. I'll have that breakdown out soon, Leland, because that was fucking vicious. That was some violent shit. He's originally Swedish. Dude, I honestly thought he was Dagestanian, or however you say that. I had no clue. He's Swedish? Really? Damn. I didn't know Swedish people were that big. I always thought Swedish people were just like small white people. I have no idea. Guys, geography is not my strong suit. Never has been. Yeah, that's crazy though. But I watched that Hamzat versus Gilbert Burns fight. Fucking Burns won that fight 100%. I mean, I'm not gonna say it wasn't close, but it definitely was I'd say robbery. No, it's not. I don't like using that word, but it wasn't the right choice. It was a close fight, but there was an obvious winner. I think Burns beat the shit out of Hamzat. And what did Hamzat do? He had a couple good punches there. I think he dropped Burns maybe, but Burns was just dominant the whole time. Honestly though, no matter how much he fights, that guy, he talks a lot of shit. Honestly, I don't really like him, like, personally too much, but I love watching him fight. He took, like, no significant strikes for, like, 4 fights, right? He was just dragging people around. And that's honestly a case of somebody getting brought up too fast, like Paddy Pimblett. Like, they'll just feed you to the wolves. But it's a money machine. They don't give a shit. Alright, here we go with the decision. Honestly, guys, out of all the podcasts that I've done so far, this might be I haven't said anything about the fight that's been going on. So basically, I'll just summarize it for you guys. Nurmagomedov just stood on top of him, beat the shit out of him. And I don't know what his first name is, but it's not Habib. It's Makoev Nurmagomedov. I'm not sure. Do they have Habib in his corner? I wonder. I can't see him. Yeah, he got the decision. I'm assuming it's unanimous. I didn't really watch. I wasn't really paying attention, but here we go. Umar Nurmagomedov. Okay. He beat the shit out of that guy. But it wasn't for a lack of like skill in his opponent. His opponent was swinging for the fences. He just couldn't keep it on the feet. And that's the thing about a striker versus a wrestler. The wrestler, if they're equal in skill, like if you could like measure it out, if you're equally skilled in wrestling as you are in striking, the wrestler will win because it's all about control. That's what it's all about. You know, it's a good example. Gaethje versus Khabib. Khabib has spectacular wrestling, and Justin Gaethje has spectacular boxing, striking. And whenever they fought, Khabib just took him down. And what did he do? Did he get him in a triangle choke? Yeah, he went from an armbar to a triangle choke. And that shows you, there's so many fights where that happens, where a wrestler and a striker fight, and then the wrestler beats the shit out of the striker, or at least just controls. Like Colby Covington and Masvidal. I watched that fight recently too. I rewatched it. That fight, guys. If you're watching this and you haven't watched Colby Covington versus Masvidal, that fight is fucking great. I don't know why Masvidal gets so much hate. He is such an entertaining fighter. I don't give a shit about all the trash talk. You gotta like remove that from MMA. The trash talk in football is different than trash talk in MMA. These guys are not only trying to sell a fight, they're trying to get in each other's heads. So you just move past that. You need to watch how these people fight. And Masvidal, he might talk a lot of shit, but that guy put a whoop ass on fucking Darren Till, on Askren, on Diaz too. But like I said, wrestler versus striker, they were both equal-ish in wrestling compared to striking, and Colby just ragdolled him. Also, kneed him in the nuts and poked his eyes. I thought that was fucking hilarious. Emiliano, say hello to PayPal. What, are you paying me? I like money. What was I about to say? I was about to say something really important. Well, I guess that's it now. Fuck, it's gone. Damn, DC looks old. No offense, DC. I just see that gray in your goatee. You kind of look badass. But what do we got next? I have no clue what fight is next, to be honest. It's sad that Masvidal and Covington were friends before. Yeah, Chase ADHD said that, by the way. I want to shout the people out that are actually sending the messages so they can, know who I'm talking about later. So, Chase ADHD, it's sad that Masvidal and Covington were friends before. I mean, it happens. Like, it just made the rivalry that much better. Because most rivalries is just like shit talking. But they had legit reasons to be pissed at each other. And that's what made it that much more entertaining. But Masvidal, man, he's a sniper. That guy has got some great striking. He has the perfect word for him would be explosive. That guy is like Yoel Romero explosive. Armabian, follow you back. I'm a fan of yours. Send me a DM of you shadowboxing or hitting the bag, and I'll follow you back. I just can't do it right now on the live stream. Alright, so Nurmagomedov got that decision. I don't know if it was split or unanimous. I was not paying attention. But that's what we all expected, to be honest. Like, come on now. It's fucking Khabib's cousin. I think it's so cool that Khabib, not many fighters do this. They usually fight and then they commentate. But Khabib, he fought and then he became a coach. That's what I love seeing. It takes a really skilled fighter to not only comprehend a subject, but then to be able to teach it. Because that shows that you know what you're talking about. What's good, XZX Star V? What's up, bro? You watching the fights right now? Shit. I always think that the fight nights where I don't know any of their names, it's always knockout by knockout by knockout. It's these bigger names that everybody, they latch on to the bigger names, and you forget that how these people become famous is ruthlessly knocking out other people that want to violently knock them out too. Like, whenever you're first starting out as a fighter, it's not just like you're getting paid a lot of money. You're getting everything you want. You know, you're getting the nice gym that you want to train in. You got nice coaches. Whenever you're coming up, you got to work with what you got. Mighty Mouse had a full construction job while he was training. He'd go and work, I'm assuming 10 hours, because that's how you'll usually work in construction, 10 hours. And then he'd go drive to his gym, and he'd go do that too. Like, these guys are hungry. Like, hungriest of the hungriest. And you see him at the top, like McGregor in all of his suits, and you forget how McGregor came from the bottom. Like, those are the fights you want to watch, is the up-and-coming, the hungry, younger fighters that want to break through and get that recognition. They want to wear the suits like Conor. They want to drive the cars like Conor. So that's why I love watching the fight nights. If I don't know their names, I'm assuming it's going to be a banger. Right now they're showing Saint Benoit versus Dustin Poirier. I think that's the dude's name. I've heard that Benoit is a killer. I haven't really looked into him too much. I'm going to have to before that fight starts. 299 is definitely on par with UFC 300, if not better. John Jones is a prime example of what I said so much shit I don't even know about ground and pound. No, that was way too long ago. Jacob Aponte says, or Aponte, Jacob Aponte, is that how you say it? Favorite striker and favorite grappler in or out of MMA. So just out of like all time. So striker, I have to say Anderson Silva, because I grew up watching Anderson Silva, and his striking is offensive when he needs it to be, and a defensive master, of course. The best striker I've ever seen. At least best counter striker I've ever seen. Counter strike. But yeah, Anderson for sure, and not only because of his skill, just because he's, you know, the Spider. I grew up loving the Spider. And favorite grappler, I have to say Khabib. There's nobody else that fucking drags you to the ground and beats the shit out of you. John Jones is close. If Khabib wasn't in the picture, it'd definitely be John Jones, because he can put some elbows on you. I remember John Jones guillotined Lyoto Machida. He was losing the first round, and he came back. His coach said, slip, or I don't know what their exact strategy was. They had code words for all the shit that they were saying, of course, because, you know, they said, like, slip the left and then hit him with a blue. And I was like, what the fuck? Oh, that's what he's doing. Hit him with a blue. Because I was like, what's a blue? And you know, he's using code words. He hit him with that left. Boom! Lyoto was fucking stunned, locked in that guillotine, and then Lyoto just drops to the floor. But see, if Khabib didn't exist, it'd be John. But Khabib, I've talking about Khabib a lot this episode. I mean, it's not like he's my favorite fighter or anything, but grappler, for sure. Most entertaining, for sure. His trash talk is hilarious because he doesn't have any. And the broken English, there's nothing funnier than Khabib's broken English. I could watch that dude just, like, talk shit on interviews all day. Because he's, like, he'll say things and they're funny. And he doesn't know they're funny, so he never laughs about it. He's never really making jokes. But yeah, that's a fucking funny guy right there. Alright, we got Muhammad Mokaev, 11-0. I think this guy is, people have been talking about him for some reason. They were saying that he's going to be, or he had the chance to be the youngest UFC champion. Yeah, that's what they were saying, but no, he can't, because he's going to be a month off, because John Jones is still going to have that at 23, I think. Yeah, but definitely Khabib. Dude is savage. I remember Khabib versus Brad Tavares, where he's just dropping, I think, at least 30 elbows on Brad Tavares' face, just fucking forehead, eyebrows, eyes, nose, mouth, everywhere. Just boom, boom, boom. And, yeah. That was brutal. I think the ref literally wanted him to die. Oh, Batman 01, what's up, brother? Mokaev has 34 days to be the youngest champ. Yeah, That's what I've been hearing about him. But, I don't know. That's just a lot of fucking pressure. I feel like if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen naturally like it did with John. No, not like this, okay, we need to get another fight in because I want to be the youngest champion. I think John's a perfect example of someone just went in there and did it. Like, it wasn't his opening strike against, who was the champ at the time? It wasn't Cain Velasquez, no. Oh, fuck, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Who did he fight for the belt? Who did John fight for the belt? Somebody help me, if I don't remember myself. Somebody remind me later. Fuck it. But yeah, he opened it up with a flying knee. Boom. Crazy motherfucker. Who would I guess Henry Cejudo's next opponent is? Man, that guy. I mean, I understand the whole retire thing and coming back. Who was a really good opponent I heard? I guess Brandon Moreno could be fun, but he doesn't deserve that. Who else is in the flyweight division? They keep just rematching each other over and over and over again. Who else is for Cejudo? Roval, now he's going to fight for the title versus Pantoja, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Moreno would be a fun fight either way. Like, Henry's got the, what do you call it, star power or whatever the fuck. He's got that, he's got the attention that he could pull off that fight. How did I start watching UFC? Or how old was I? How old was I? Damn, bro, I was fucking young. I got put in a, I wanted to talk about this later in the podcast. I got put in a taekwondo when I was fucking 3 years old. So, I guess probably around 7, 8. Probably around 7 or 8 I was watching Silva. Anytime Silva would come on for sure. I can't really remember any other fighters that I was super huge into. But yeah. I remember watching Silva get his shin snapped live on a big screen TV outside. I don't know where I was, but it was a really nice place. And yeah, I remember the sound. I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast before, but fuck it. I remember the sound of everybody whenever he got his legs. It was like devastating. What's in the blunt? Fun tobacco. Somebody said something. I feel stupid now. Henry's not 125? Henry's not a 125er? What fucking division is he in then? Am I tripping right now? What is he in? Is he in 135? Yeah, he's in 135 because he's always talking shit to O'Malley. Yeah. Okay. Well, that changes shit for sure. I don't know. Who does he even deserve to fight at this point? What's a good legacy fight for him? Just take him out. Chase ADHD. I was put into Taekwondo when I was 5 and got my black belt, so that's fun. I got my black belt too. I got a Leader of the Year award. I got a bunch of first place medals, but Taekwondo only works if you apply it to martial arts. Taekwondo is it's a style that has a lot of holes in it. But it's also a style that's very unique and has so much power and kicks. More than any other martial art. Because they have the spinning kicks, man. Taekwondo, these guys, I've seen, whenever I was in Taekwondo, these guys would fly around and just the most devastating liver kicks you've ever seen. And the spinning kicks, man, generate way too much power. More power than you should have. They just put a Burger King ad on this dude's walkout. That's so disrespectful. Oh my god, I just spit everywhere. God damn. That caught me off guard. Yeah, right in the middle of his walkout. And he was pumped too. He was like, yeah, yeah. And then right to Burger. Man, and now they're playing a proper 12 ad. I love it. Yeah, McGregor over here. He's doing movies and shit. No wonder he's not fighting Chandler. I actually thought that whole movie thing was a meme for the longest time. And then I just saw the trailer the other day, and McGregor's actually in a movie. I'm gonna watch it. I want to see how good of an actor he is. I'm curious. Alright, flyweight. We got Alex Perez versus Muhammad Mokev. Oh my god, another Burger King ad. Wow, the same dude is getting checked out by the Cup Man. That's ridiculous. Burger King really wanted their 2 cents here. But what's next after this? I don't even know what fight's next. I think it's Mokev. Maybe there's another one and then Rozenstruik. I'm not sure. But we all know the main event is gonna last 5 seconds. Because those guys, if one of them's undefeated, I don't know too much about Gaziev, but I know Rozenstruik throws some hands. Alright, flyweight bout. Alex Perez, 31. Muhammad Makav, 23. Okay, yeah, young as fuck. That actually caught me off guard. I just talked about it, but seeing 23, I'm like, whoa, holy shit. They're both about the same height, same weight, same reach. Nope. Homeboy Makaev had the reach advantage. Joey Martinez over here. So weird. Imagine who are they going to replace Bruce Buffer with whenever he retires, if that ever happens? What are they? Well, they're going to have to replace him eventually. I mean, how old is he? Shit. I don't know any. We're going to have to get same style. Like, this Joey Martinez guy, bless his heart, but it sounds like a boxing announcement. It doesn't sound like a UFC event. I'm not even going to try to impersonate Bruce Buffer right now, but you guys, it's fucking time. You know. See, I'm not going to do it. I got to do another podcast after this, so I got to save my voice. Doing that Bruce Buffer shit would kill me. I don't know how he does that all night. Now that I'm thinking about that, Bruce Buffer screams his ass off every Saturday, around every Saturday, and he's fine. No other announcer does that. Hell, my voice hurts after a 2-hour podcast, and this dude's doing it for a whole work day. Screaming his head off. And I love how he gets so pumped up about it, too. Like, Joey Martinez, like I said, bless his heart. But he's all the way in the back just doing his thing. Bruce Buffer, he gets up in their face. He's fist bumping them. It's the best. Makaev just spun himself around with a leg kick. 4 minutes, 52 seconds in round 1. Let's fucking go. Perez is in blue. Makaev in the white. And they're flyweights, so you know they're going to be flying around. Gravity does not matter to them. Wait, I think an eye poke or something? They just did a weird, like, reset thing. And we got Keith Peterson. Man, Keith Peterson, I think that's the ref. Yeah, he has been on and on every fight tonight. They must not have another ref, I guess. Wonder what? I don't know what you're saying, Mordan JCC Cleary. Something about prison. I think you're using that what do you call it? Talk to text. 3 minutes 51 seconds. Like I said, they're flying around right now. Makaev has got a good guard. I don't know how they pronounce these names either, man. I'm gonna get better at it, I know, but Makaev, Mokaev, Makaev versus Perez. I got Perez though. Wonder what I would be like in prison? Oh, I'd be chill as fuck. I'm not trying to get stabbed, bro. I mean, if anybody fucks with you, you gotta do something, but most of the time, I want to pick a fight. Because I'm all about having control. Like, whenever it comes to fighting, combat sports, control is important. In prison, you have no control at all. Anybody could shank you. It's a terrible place. Don't go there. I don't recommend it. I've never been, but I've heard plenty of stories from plenty of people. What fight am I watching? Perez versus Makaev. Funny random clip. Sean OJ777. Jesus loves me. I'm glad. I'm glad somebody's in my corner. You know what I'm saying? Even better if it's Jesus. Makaev just went in with a good uppercut. They're taking the center. I usually talk about pressure But these guys, they're kind of even in pressure. They're in the center. Ooh, Makaev with a good takedown, but homeboy Perez sprawled out way better than what I thought. For an undefeated fighter, I was expecting a lot more. That's what I'm trying to say. He sprawled way too well for the kind of hype that I was looking at. Like, oh, 11 and 0. He's 23, youngest champion. Like, that's a whole lot of shit talking there. Because it's definitely not dominant right now by Makaev. He's actually getting pressured a lot by Perez. Leg kick by Perez. Jab by Makaev, but it's blocked. Yeah, 1 minute and 35 seconds into round 1 for the people that are watching whenever. But yeah, this Makaev dude, he's got good defense, so he keeps doing... It's like a feint, but it's with your head. The O'Malley feint where you look over, and it can actually really fuck you over. But I've seen he's been practicing it in the locker room, so maybe he's seen something in his opponent where that feint would work. But that's not a habit you really want to get into. That's something that you want to pull out of the bag every once in a while. That's like a flying knee. You don't want to do it every round. I've seen him do that look over, like that Canelo. It's even worse that he's done it in the locker room. I've seen him do it a couple times while they're fighting, but it's even worse in the locker room. Like, he's training like that. Because it only takes one time where you look over at the wrong moment, and it's milliseconds. It's milliseconds. You can catch that. And they step in with a good right hand while you're moving back. Boom! Just like that. That's a dangerous thing to do. I should start a YouTube? Brother, I have a YouTube. The podcast is on YouTube. You're on the podcast. What's your name? Funny random clip. You are on the podcast on my YouTube. Click the link in my bio on Instagram, and it'll bring you to my YouTube. If you don't want to do that, it's my same username, AJ_MMA on YouTube. On TikTok, too. I've got pretty much everything. Facebook, I don't post on too much. But everything else, yeah. It's so crazy how many people on YouTube don't know that I have videos on Instagram. It's like, man, I've got different content on both, and I say it all the time. I don't know, maybe I gotta promote it more. Like, just a little bit more. But that's round 1 over. I'm gonna be honest, I was not paying enough attention to know who won that round. So, we're gonna call that a wash. But yeah. So, I don't know if there's another fight after this. Maybe. Maybe not. But either way, I do have a couple topics that I wanted to get into. And I wanted to let some people join the live stream. I might have to do that in a little bit. But if you guys want to join, let me know. And just stick around for a little bit so I can let you join. Like I said, the microphone might not be good. I might have to cut the whole segment out because of the audio. We'll see what happens. Excuse me. Jesus. Oh, Saturday, March 16th, we got Tuvesa versus Tybura. Tuvesa's pretty active, but I actually don't remember what fights he's been in. It's been with a bunch of people that I don't really know their names. It's the end of an era, guys. Like, all of the fighters that are, at least from when I was watching, when I was a kid, they're all getting older now. Alright, round 2 started, by the way, 4 minutes and 36 seconds. We got Makaev on the back. It looks like he's trying to drag him down. He looked like he has a little bit more urgency in this round. He jumped out and immediately leapt onto his legs with that double leg takedown. But yeah, that's what he needs to do. You can't just skid by, especially in round 2 and 3. Round 2 and 3, you got to pick it up. If it's a championship fight, round 3 you can pick up the pace, but I'd say either way, you should prepare yourself for 5 rounds. Ooh, Makaev just got dropped, and then a leg kick dropped him again. Damn, that was a really good combo right there by Perez. 3 minutes and 57 seconds in. If you guys want to go and check that out, you should, because that was a really good combo. I actually might break that shit down. Now they're back standing up in the center on the monster logo. Makaev's got a good guard, but he needs to take some risk, because he's just sitting there. He's just kind of sitting there and waiting for Perez to throw. That's not going to win you a fight. Front kick up the middle. Everything's missing. Oh! I don't know if Gaziev got dropped, but he went for the takedown. Either way, he's got it. He's got him flat on his ass. He's about to drag him down. Oh, man, it's... I don't know how Gaziev is bending this way. Oh, he stood back up and back down. This is going to take a lot of energy from Perez. Now Gaziev has got the back. Wow. That's some control right there. This is what I wanted to see earlier. But yeah, this is what I like to see. So many times you'll see like fighters, they'll just get into the clinch and they'll just be like, okay, it's time to rest. 30 seconds, 45 seconds of rest time. But now these guys, well, now they're just kind of fighting for position, but I don't like whenever they just kind of take it to rest. You got to try to drag them to the ground or damage them. Tarush 1905, bro, you're 15 years old and 178 centimeters. How much can you expect? Okay, 178 centimeters. Jesus. Oh man, I don't even know the conversion. I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm gonna have to go and learn that again now. I can't. That can't be sliding by. So I'm assuming you're saying you're short because you're using centimeters and shit. So what can you expect? We're watching flyweights right now in the UFC. So, oh, you're 5'9"? Oh man, fuck out. What the hell? How? What's your weight? You're fine, man. I'd say my advice to you is to go. You make the choice whether if you're really committed to mixed martial arts, go to an MMA gym and learn all of it at the same time. But if you're not committed, I'd say stick to one. Go try wrestling. Go try boxing. That way you have something to fall back on. If you're not completely, if you haven't invested your whole life in MMA already, then I'd say just go for one. That way you have something to fall back on just in case you are actually good at it. 130, yeah, man, you're good. Go for it. Like I said, if you're really committed, go to an MMA gym. That way you learn all the skills at the same time. But whenever I'm saying this to you, I mean, are you willing to come home from work, not eat much food, to go to the gym, and to learn all of these skills in MMA, all of these takedowns and leg kicks, and to spend hours in the gym, to not sleep? You're not going to be able to sleep, by the way. So you're not really eating that well, and you're not really sleeping that well. You're not getting much money because you're spending all of it on the gym. Like, this is a commitment that you have to commit to this. So that's my advice to you. And Jacob Ponte says, you recommend MMA first. Yes, I recommend it first if you're actually committed about it. Turshkar says, bro, I have a record of 5-0 in wrestling. By the way, 2 years back. Dude, you're golden. Go to an MMA gym and try this shit out. Practice until your coach says you can have a fight. Try it out. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But either way, train. It's healthy for you. Even if you never fight. Some people, they never fight. You know what? You could be a coach. If you love the sport so much, you could be a coach. But I'm not trying to discourage you. Oh, did you just tap? No, the round just ended. Never mind. I could tell the round ended by nobody was like freaking out. Can you get 6 foot, brother? You are asking the wrong dude. I am 5'4", 135. So I am the wrong person to ask. But dude, you're fine, man. If you're 6 foot, I'd say you should put on a couple pounds. If you're a wrestler, right? And you're 136 foot, that seems like you're a little thin. Like, you should put on a little bit more weight if you're a wrestler. That way, whenever you get on top of someone, you can actually put that weight on top. Because you've got a 6 foot frame. Fill it out. Because 130, dude, I'm 135. Like, I'd say you should go eat some eggs, eat some chicken, protein. Get a nutritionist if you're really serious about it. But yeah, man, you're here on my channel, so that's telling me that you care about MMA. Marajanovic says, anything to say on self-defense? I have a lot to say about self-defense. What do you want to know about self-defense? I'd say the best self-defense tool or the best situation, the best whatever situation you want to put yourself in, the gun is the equalizer. If you don't have a gun, a knife. A lot of people, they want to say like, oh, what would you do if you're unarmed and somebody has a knife? Well, I would probably get stabbed a bunch. I made a video about that on my channel. I had one of my friends from high school have a Sharpie, and I tried wrestling at first. I tried grabbing the wrist. I tried, we didn't actually kick each other, but I used kicks. I tried to get the back, and every time you can see there's marker like all over my liver, all over my rib cage, everywhere. But yeah, I'd say equalizer is a gun, knife. You're saying pepper spray. Pepper spray will work, but this is what I say. Have you ever met a drug addict that does not want to comply? Like, have you ever watched those fucking live PD videos? Pepper spray works to an extent, but say this motherfucker's been pepper sprayed a bunch. Say he's an ex-veteran. Say he's a homeless dude that's an ex-veteran. He was pepper sprayed before. There's so many stories of people that are on drugs that are just withstanding peppers. Oh my god! Suplex by Gaziev. That was beautiful. Like I said, gravity does not matter with these flyweights, man. 3 minutes and 3 seconds into round 3, by the way, guys. Marjanovic, what is the best sport to train? You live in a country that cannot buy a gun legally, and a knife that is bigger than your hand is also illegal to carry. Okay, so what's the best sport to train? Wrestling. Wrestling first, and then jiu-jitsu. Because if you can hold someone down and punch them, golden. If you can hold someone down and then also be able to choke them out or break a limb, break a bone, perfect, man. So you can learn striking after that, but I'd say first your base, the best base is wrestling. Yeah, but pepper spray, I don't know what country you live in, but I think you're just asking like what martial art, right? I mean, I could go on and on for, like, you could have a baseball bat, just carry a hammer with you if you have a vest, if you have a reflector vest. If you're really scared in an area, put on a reflector vest, get a carpenter's belt, and put on a hammer on your side. That way, no cop is going to be like, oh, that guy has a hammer. You know, some biker dude wearing all black with a chain wallet with a hammer, that dude's sketchy as fuck. But a dude with cargo pants, a reflector vest, and carpenter's belt, and a hammer, now that's a dude that's just going to work. If you're really scared about your life, you can do things like that to be like, okay, now I feel safer. Like, put on your gym bag, put on that duffel bag, and have a baseball bat with you. There you go. Now it doesn't look weird. Like, some people, they'll defend themselves with a weapon. Like with a kitchen knife, for example. They'll stab a dude 14 times. And then they'll go to jail because they stabbed a dude 14 times. You know, but it's self-defense. So if a dude just like, I had my hammer on me and he came up to me, he was trying to rob me. I just came back, I had to hit him a couple times. I don't know what the fuck happened. The cop's going to be like, I mean, the dude had a belt, like a hammer. I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? That's a good tip if you guys don't have a gun or knife, if you guys can't in your area, whatever it is. Any tips on adrenaline rushes and freezing in a fight situation? Sparring. You need to spar. You need to get with somebody, whether it be like somebody that's your training level. If you don't have a gym around you, I think Gaziev just got dropped. 36 seconds left in round 3. But if you're freezing, if you don't have a gym near you, just get a friend and be like, let's wrestle. I just want to get used to, self-defense. And the only way that you can really get used to it is to repetitions over and over and over again. You need to be able to manage those feelings. Also, meditation. Meditation is fucking really like he almost kneed him in the head. He was a grounded opponent. Oh, that was close. That almost disqualified him. Damn. That was really close. But meditation is really good for managing the fear of, oh my god, someone's gonna hurt me, whatever the fuck, But the best way, the only way really, is to spar and to get used to it. And that's Merjanovic again said that. Tershar X 1905. Which country am I from? America. I'm from Texas. Love Texas. What's up, Dresses? Am I gonna compete professionally? I haven't competed amateurly yet. I like coaching. I've always loved coaching. I got Leader of the Year award whenever I was in Taekwondo. I went always above and beyond. I always trained the kids class. I trained the adults class even sometimes. I love coaching, but there's part of me that always wants to go and actually get back into it again. Because I've boxed here and there, but I want to go back and commit myself to it. And I actually have. I found a gym. I found a couple. I need to go and scope them out, but I'm going to pull a Mighty Mouse. After work, I'm going to go and I'm going to refine my skills a little bit, and we'll see what happens. Because I like content. I like making content for you guys, and putting fight videos, like, that would be the fucking best. That would be hilarious. Terskar, bro, you spar with 200 pound, 6 foot guy, you're 130 pounds to get the fear out the window. Exactly. Going hard with, like, somebody that's huge, that is not a good idea. I've fought a heavyweight before, and I did pretty good. But I definitely lost. If the fight went on a little bit longer, I would have whooped his ass. Shout out to Kobe if you ever see this. But he got super tired. I know you got tired, Kobe, and it was only 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I don't know what kind of round that was, but if it was a couple more rounds, I would have won that fight. But yeah, that'll definitely get the fear away. People get used to sparring people their size. If you just go into the gym and fight, just do that. It doesn't matter. Ooh, Merjanovic. Perfect. Any tips on how to start meditation? Now, first, I will shout out Headspace. So everybody, please go to Headspace, because I want to get sponsored by Headspace. I love Headspace. This is how I got started out with meditation. They have a bunch of good programs. It used to be free. Sadly, now you got to pay for it. But if you don't want to pay for it, I'm going to give you a couple techniques that I've learned, I've kind of made up throughout whenever I used to go on super long runs, or I'd go fucking 10 rounds on the bag at 3-minute rounds and just keep going. I would use some of these breathing techniques like in between whenever I was resting. This one I got from, I think I got this from my mom. Yeah, I got this from my mom. She read this on some like doctor page, or some doctor told her. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and then exhale for 8 seconds. Do that 4 times and it resets your fight or flight system, or something along those lines. And sorry guys. Yeah, that's a really good one for calming you down and taking your heart rate down. But one that's good for getting oxygen is inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds. And do that a couple times, and just this is what I use whenever I'm running super long distances and I'm getting super tired and that lactic acid is building up. You gotta force it in. I'm gonna make the sound if you guys aren't watching. I just want you to understand the kind of sound that you need to make. This forces blood back into your system. It forces you to keep going. It gets you stronger. This is what people use whenever they're experiencing heavy G-forces. So it just forces blood back into your brain and all the vital places. But those are a couple good ones. And like I said, Headspace. I want to get sponsored by Headspace. I love Headspace. It's a fucking great app. Sadly, got paid for it, but it's worth it. It's worth it for sure. You want to start meditation and sparring because, yeah, it does help. It definitely helps. Definitely the meditation, man. You won't only learn about fighting. You'll learn about how you can manage your emotions and how you can take anger. Say, like, somebody fucking cut you off in traffic and you just got to the gym. Instead of taking that anger and emptying your gas tank, you can use it to have stronger, more explosive punches. Who is that? Is that Alex Pereira? No, that's not Alex Pereira. I thought Alex Pereira was coaching this dude. But we got, I don't know who these guys are. It'll show me here in a second. And then I think after we got Rozenstruik. Alright, let me scroll down a little bit. But yeah, guys. I don't know what I just left off saying, but I think it was about meditation. Yeah, it was about meditation. Thanks for the great tips. Really helped. Do you do these lives all the time? I'm trying to get back into it. Usually I'll do them at least twice a week. I used to do them every day. Sorry, guys. I don't know what the fuck is happening. But yeah, I do them often. Not as much as I would like to, but I do these podcasts every Saturday. So there's guaranteed time that you will see me live is Saturday while UFC is going. Noel Josie's got a really good question. Do I think Topuria is going to be champ at featherweight for a while? I have a lot to say about Topuria. That guy, I rewatched the Volkanovski fight. I did. And being a really big Volk fan, I noticed that Topuria is terrifying. I don't know what happened from the Josh Emmett fight to the Volkanovski fight, but the way that he was lunging forward and changing levels to throw body shots and to throw the right hand just to feint and then go over the top, it was beautiful. However, I haven't seen him tested yet. Like the Josh Emmett fight, I don't know what happened there, how he didn't put him out. I guess Josh Emmett, I guess it was the beard. But I don't know if he's going to be champ for a while. Honestly, I think he has really good skills, but it depends on who he goes against. Like, what's his wrestling like? Does he have any submissions? I don't really know that. I need to do a little bit more research on him. I only rewatched the Volk fight, but the way that he was stalking him like a fucking... He was stalking him like a predatory animal. Like, he was cutting off the ring intelligently, and whenever he missed with the right straight, he would go in with the left hook, and then whenever he missed that, he'd go with the right hook. It was beautiful. So I think he might be for a while if he can maintain this hype that he has. And by hype, I mean like the momentum, rather. Great to see you on Saturdays then. Have a great day. I'll see you next Saturday then, bro. Thanks for watching, man. Shout out to Marjanovic on Instagram. No, Josie's boxing is insane. We need to see more ground game. That's really what on the Punch Podcast episode 1, I really said, like, why isn't he taking this to the ground yet? Because his clinch was insane. Anytime he hit him with, Volk would hit Topuria with massive knees. Like, you could tell it did damage, but he just couldn't get it to the ground or to the clinch. But yeah. Mortaza Hussein, I'm the best. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Wink Carter, hello, Brody. What's up, man? You watching the fights? But, yeah, Topuria, he's that guy. For sure. He pulled all the McGregor bullshit, but still. Talking MMA, man, I can do that all day. Well, we're going to be sitting here for at least another hour and a half. So, what's up, Wayne Carter? What's up, brother? I actually had a good topic. We might as well just break it out right now while I'm watching the highlights here. I got a question for you guys. Wayne Carter, you want to join the live? Hell yeah, I'll let you join the live, bro. You could join the live for a little bit. I actually wanted somebody to join. Oh. Here, let me turn that down for a second. I wanted somebody to join. I don't know how this is going to work with the microphone and shit, but we'll go with it.
Thank you. Another amazing human being.
Absolutely.
Very, very artistic sport. How you doing, my brother? How you feeling?
Man, I'm staying alive. How are you doing, man?
I'm alive, so I can say.
Yeah. So you watching the card right now?
I'm not really watching the card right now.
Yeah.
I just got home to help with my family, but I heard you talking about the Volk and Delia fight.
Yes.
But when it came to that fight, the only thing I can honestly
Say it. I know what you're gonna say. Say it.
Nah, this is my opinion. He took his time with him.
Yeah.
He took his time. Everybody is used to rushing Volk, and then when they get used to Volk's little pressure, they stand still.
Right.
They wait. Then he just have fun with you.
Yeah.
All he did was kept waiting for Volk to get into his range, and he unloaded. Got him to the wall. Volk couldn't back up no more.
Exactly.
Right.
And on top of that, Volk is used to putting the pressure with leg kicks and that left body kick. Whenever he did that, how do you say his name? Taporia? He'd go forward with the right hand, and that's his weapon right there. That's his nuclear bomb, his nuclear option. And every time Volk would lift up his base, now you're only standing on one leg, and he didn't have that hand up either. And boom, right on the chin every time.
Every time. And Volk, and it doesn't matter how many times you can take that punch. It's how many times you can take his power. Volk doesn't take too much of that.
No, but what I thought you were gonna say is the knockout, that he just got knocked out by Islam and took that fight quick.
With that fight, with that fight again, short notice, wasn't properly trained.
Like a Tony Ferguson again. He's pulling a Tony Ferguson.
I wouldn't say pulling a Tony Ferguson. Tony is at the point where right now he needs to fight undercarders. He is not at the main card level.
But we weren't thinking this after the Justin Gaethje fight. We were thinking, oh, he needs to get back in there and fight another big name. He needs to do that. If Volk doesn't take a year off or so, he's gonna that chin.
When it came to me, what I thought about Tony, when he got that head kick and he lost that streak, his whole momentum was gone. His head game was gone.
Yeah.
He was out of it.
And all the shit that he tried too.
He was on a
man.
streak, man.
Yeah.
He was on a 12-13 fight win streak, going crazy, beating everybody. Then out of a sudden, this new motherfucker one comes.
Justin Gaethje.
And then kick my fucking shit in.
I watched that fight live, man. I remember I was with a couple friends, and I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. Tony Ferguson, he's getting messed up in round 1, but he always comes back in the later rounds. Round 2, I was saying the same thing. Don't worry, he's going to come back. Round 3, I was like, oh, wait, what's happening? And then round 4, I'm like, oh my God, stop the fight.
The way it was, the styles was completely different. You had a guy that was a dominant wrestler, nothing but a wrestler.
Right.
Michael Chandler, primary thing is wrestling.
Yeah.
He's going to take you to the ground, trying to take you down, trying to get close to you and everything.
Absolutely.
All of his moves is made to get forward.
The left hook, that gazelle punch, the right hand, all of it's made to go forward, exactly.
Everything he does is to get everything that man does, and I mean everything. He does it to do this.
Yeah.
When Tony, on the other hand, he tries to go blow for blow, which
exactly.
That wasn't going to work that was not going to work for that man.
Nah.
What he did, what Michael Chandler did was smart.
Because the front kick, whenever you have your hands down like Tony does, guys watching the podcast, you have your hands down, what's the one thing that is open is the fucking front kick to the dome. So whenever you have your hands down like Tony, you're trying to move your head. He's older now. He can't rely on his athleticism. That's what exactly. Awkwardness, you can be awkward if you're athletic, but whenever you get older, you have to rely on your base. And Tony didn't, to be honest, his striking, it was good because it was awkward. And now he's slower, and that chin.
I wouldn't really say it was just because he's awkward.
Yeah.
If you watched a lot of Tony's fights growing up,
Tony
used a lot of wrestling and takedowns and everything.
Yeah, he mixed that in.
He would focus on making you drain your energy out within the first and second round, trying to do grapplings and get close.
And then the elbows, and then the cuts, and then you get tired.
And then later on in the round, you see the elbows, the cuts, him sneaking and coming at you.
That's why we all thought whenever we were watching Justin, we all thought, oh, it's round 3, he's gonna come back. But no, he's a killer. Justin Gaethje is a killer. Now that we know he's about to fight Max Holloway, he's a fucking killer.
Well, I wouldn't even just say Justin Gaethje is a killer.
Yeah.
Justin Gaethje's fighting style at that time was just on par with Tony.
Yeah.
I mean, and literally all you had at that point was longevity. This man just was knocking out way lower caliber fighters than you for years.
Yeah.
So then you're over here fighting the pound for pound best for years on end, taking hits to the head like you're Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, and no, Tony. If you guys watching the podcast don't know, Tony Ferguson has no defense. To be honest, he has no defense. He just ate him. He does not care how many punches it took. He wanted to eat them, so you got tired. You got tired of punching him. Your hands hurt. Yeah, he used to kick metal poles to strengthen his bones so he could leg kick people harder. It's insane.
And little do people know, you can kick them metal poles all you want. It may make your shit tough when you're at that age.
Yeah.
You're really fucking your leg up.
Yeah, whenever you get later on in your career and now you're trying to come back from a, 7-fight losing streak now? Whenever you're trying to come back from that, how the fuck are you going to be able to stand on legs that are so broken from so many years of kicks and just punches, torture?
You're not trying to stop. You're not trying to give up, not knowing how far these people that stretch your ligaments, limbs, and you're literally walking on basic shattered bones right now. And then this man wants to go out in the back and do motherfucking a marathon.
Yeah. Marathon, and then train with David Goggins.
What the fuck does David Goggins know about
What the fuck does David Goggins know about fighting seriously? Oh my god. And the one thing, Tony has always had good cardio. Why the fuck does he need David Goggins to get better cardio? That's not his problem.
Like, the mental thing, because if you want to talk about mental, in my mindset, maybe Tony needs to go and just do what Nate Diaz and Bobby Green do at this point.
Yeah. Just stay at the bottom. Stay at the bottom and kind of just do whatever fight.
Stay at the bottom. Go smoke a J. Go smoke a
blunt. Oh, you're saying just to completely, get out. I mean, but Nate is still out there fighting Jake Paul and shit and getting hella money.
You see?
Yeah. That's...
Still got the activity. Just go smoke a J, relax, go get the pain tolerance, get it off. He's obviously got some mental things fucked up right now. It's in his head.
Oh, yeah, Tony, but, man, he was about to fight Habib. He was the man, though. It's such a... Can't imagine what position he's in, man.
Oh, no, to me, it's fine. Because my favorite fighter, I have 3 favorite fighters of all time. You gonna laugh?
No, I'm probably not. I'm probably not, man.
I love Kamaru Usman.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
But when he lost to Leon Edwards, after that, he just started doing everything. Me personally, I think it was stupid as hell for him to go try to be in a Black Panthers movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Like McGregor's doing a Roadhouse.
He had one of the most dominant win streaks at the time.
Yeah.
Where anybody that fought him and Amanda Nunes was 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was scary.
He was on that part to the point where he could have moved up to middleweight and became a double champ.
Yeah, people were like, there was no answer for the problem that was Kamaru Usman. There was nothing. People were like, we can't knock him out. We can't out-wrestle him. He's just going to outlast you with the cardio. But then you start going and doing all that random shit, and that's what happens. You get rich.
Yeah, you get rich.
Rich.
Number 2, you're going to find this kind of cool. I love Stephen Thompson.
Stephen Thompson? Yeah. He's a fucking killer. He's a killer. Straight up fucking killer.
I don't give a fuck. He's the only dude that can do the Dominic Cruz.
Yeah.
Only one fight like Dominic Cruz.
And he's the nicest dude ever. Nicest guy ever. Nicest guy ever.
I swear, you go have a beer with this guy, you joke with him.
He probably doesn't even drink beer. He's probably I wouldn't touch that. I'm sorry. I don't want to inhibit myself.
Does he does karate? I bet he drinks sake.
You know what? Yeah, he kind of does. He has his dad's his coach, right? He's got a crazy fucking family.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they drink.
Yeah, I mean, if your dad's fucking putting you in fist fights, you're probably gonna drink with him a little bit.
I don't think he smokes at all, but I can guarantee. Oh yeah, he bringing out the vodka.
Yeah. And shout out to Stephen Thompson. He's one of the only UFC fighters that became a YouTuber and actually became a YouTuber. He didn't just post videos that is training videos. He's out here teaching people oh, you want to learn how to do a side kick? You chamber it, kick. Like, he's going out and he's teaching the basics.
And then from his mind, and then whenever he was like, because I used to wrestle and box. That's why I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Perfect combination, by the way. Wrestling and boxing is that hand in hand. If you can hold them down and punch them, it's over.
That's why, because when I wrestled, I went to Ohio State University, D1.
Oh, shit. All right.
And when I was boxing, I was 17-1. At that one due to disqualification for unsportsmanlike conduct. I talked a lot of shit.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking shit.
Damn, so much that you got disqualified. How much shit were you talking?
Oh, man. I was beating the shit out of that boy.
Damn.
I'm talking to the... Literally, I'm beating his ass up. You ain't gonna die. You ain't gonna... Shut up. I'm hurting his feelings. Literally to the point where the ref held my hand up, and I was like, you better hold my hand. He's like, who are you talking to? You! I left out.
Oh, shit. Damn, and was that your last fight? Oh, no, you kept going after that?
Yeah, that was my fourth fight. After I got disqualified and got an L on my record, I decided to start beating the shit out of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wrestling was my number one passion because it was way more tougher than boxing. I swear to God, boxing is tough, dude. Like when you get caught one good time,
yeah.
I don't give a damn. You try to lift somebody or lift something while you're
yeah. And the workouts y'all do are insane. Insane. Y'all are putting people on your shoulders and running up bleachers and shit.
Oh, no. This is the worst one.
Oh, give it to me.
It was this thing that my coach used to have. He said, marathon, which means the beginning of wrestling practice, we ran for the 30 minutes of practice.
Right.
Well, not really 30. We had breaks and shit every day.
Yeah.
But 30 minutes, we're going to be running breaks, and we got to switch it. Well, in the middle of the run, you got to run sideways, start doing sideways. You got to do it backwards. You got to do front rolls.
Working them muscles. That's a warm-up.
The back rolls I always used to fuck up and look stupid. I'm big. I'm 5'10".
Yeah.
I'm 5'10". So when I back roll, my fat ass.
Yeah, you got gravity working against you.
I'm
yeah.
I used to make me the bed like.
Hey man, I call it how it is. You trying to? I can imagine doing fucking back rolls. Listen, I'm 5'4", man. I could do a fucking 18 back rolls right now and do a cartwheel. You know.
Now, when it came to the cartwheels,
oh, you got some cartwheels? Yeah.
I mean, rolling backwards. I'm not used to doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, and wrestling and boxing, neither of those things do you really go, like, and use that, muscle group, you know what I'm saying? Like, to go, you're not doing backflips, you're not a gymnast.
But we would do military crawls, we would do front rolls, you would do frog leaps.
Right. Yeah. Go over each other? Yeah.
No.
Oh, no. On the ground, just doing it? Yeah.
High as you can and go low all the way to the end of the mat. That shit used to hurt your knees.
Oh yeah, that's why Kamaru Usman. You seen how he walks upstairs?
Yeah.
Bro's got to walk up him backwards.
I remember that. I used to do that. That is the worst.
Yeah.
Worst training. Imagine no. There was a thing that my coach used to do. I remember that. He only made us do it he only used to do that if the whole team lost, and we only lost the whole team lost twice. After that, we ended up beating everybody else, but we wasn't doing that shit again.
Right.
We used to have to walk up the stairs backwards, up and down.
Oh, man.
At the end of practice, up and down one time.
Yeah.
Imagine having to run up and down bleachers like that, my brother.
Yeah, not fun. That's for sure.
But one thing I want to say, I love your podcast. I love these.
Yeah, man. Well, every Saturday, for sure. Even if there's not going to be a UFC event, I'll find an event that's going on, bare knuckle, whatever it is.
Oh, you watch knuckle shit too?
I watch Lithway, I watch Dambe, I watch the craziest shit. I'm not only mixed martial arts, I'm everything combat sports.
I'm gonna be real. I like art.
Yeah.
I only look at sports that really got art to it, and they got those fighters that really make you live into the art. I love UFC. I love Bellator.
Right.
I love the bare knuckle boxing because that's real as shit.
Yeah, what about Mike Perry, though? Mike Perry? Dude's a fucking savage.
Oh, God.
That dude's a fucking savage, man.
He was trash in the UFC to me. Especially at the time. With the caliber of fight he had, oh no, he was not making it. But in bare knuckle?
That guy, he's built for it.
So, let me ask you a question. I got a question for you.
Go for it.
How about this upcoming fight coming on versus MVP versus Kevin Holland? How you feel about that?
I think so. If Kevin Holland doesn't fuck around and like talk shit, talk to the commentators, he can wrestle and he could beat the fuck out of him for one round and then stand up with him and do whatever the fuck he wants. I don't think he's gonna do that though. I think MVP is gonna sniper strike him, hurt him, maybe get him on the ground.
It's the thing is that I'm worried about is we already seen Kevin Holland fight an experienced MVP, Stephen Thompson.
I did a breakdown on that. I don't know what kind of videos you watch of mine or whatever, but I did a breakdown on that.
Watch the fight. I really watched that fight. I watched that whole event because I was so pressed to see Khamzat lose. I wanted to see Khamzat.
Yeah.
It doesn't back it up. You get in certain circumstances that help you win. Kamaru would have dogged his ass.
Yeah.
Gilbert beat the shit out of him.
I was talking about that earlier. Fucking Burns beat the shit out of him, man.
And then when he fought Kevin Holland, I lost all respect for that nigga.
Yeah.
All respect. The fact, literally, once he came into the fight, you want to tackle the motherfuckers? That's some shit you see on a video game.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
That's game. He did it in real life. That is the ultimate disrespect. No nigga like that in the game.
Man, he's the worst.
You play UFC 5?
What's up now?
You play UFC 4 or 5?
No. 3. That's the only one I played.
Trying to basically tap hands, and the motherfucker hits you.
Yeah.
What's the first you did after that?
Oh, you gotta beat the fuck out of him now.
No, you a bitch.
No, the first thing I think is, I'm beating the fuck out of you now. Well, first off, you're a bitch, but then second, I'm beating the shit out of you.
Man, when I saw him do that to Kevin Holland, I felt bad for Kevin.
Yeah, but he's not only done that to Kevin Holland, he's also picked up people and thrown them around, and he's just all around. I really don't like the dude either, but he's a good fighter, though.
Because his style is bullshit. When
he
fought a real like Kamaru figured his ass out. If Kamaru had the championship rounds, that nigga could not survive a championship round.
And plus, Khamzat is he could be a heavyweight. That dude is huge. He's huge for the weight class.
The light heavyweight or middleweight where he belongs.
I don't know how he even survives that weight cut.
He don't eat.
Yeah, no, but he's so fucking, and he's still whenever he gets in the cage, he's still big.
How?
I don't understand it. It's always the Dagestani guys that they can cut 30, 40 pounds and survive. I don't understand it. They've got some type of training regimen. What's up, Phone Climb Time? OG on the channel. What's up, brother?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but Khamzat, that guy, somebody's gonna beat him eventually, and I'm gonna be happy when it does. But it'll be a good fight. It's always a good fight.
If you want to know what I think is gonna happen to Khamzat,
what's up?
It's between these 3 statistics. Number 1, Khamzat is either going to, fade out of existence because nobody is going to want to fight him due to the stunts that he's pulled, and nobody's going to want to deal with that shit.
Right.
And he's going to lose his height, which is happening.
And that's happened to fighters before.
And number 2, he is going to have to move up a weight class, fight real competition that is his weight that he ain't prepared for. Real wrestlers. He got to fight Islam.
Yeah.
I mean, not Islam. He's what? What is he?
I think he's 155. Yeah. And
welterweight.
Yeah, is he welterweight? I'm not sure. Either way, yeah.
Welterweight is 150, 160.
He's gonna have to go to. Middleweight, I think. Khamzat's at welterweight right now. He's going to have to go to middleweight.
He's going to bump up to middleweight, fight niggas like Char Oliveira, Leon Edwards, Dustin Poirier.
Nah, those are 155ers.
Those are 155ers?
Yeah. Yeah, because Gaethje's in there too, and he's about to fight Holloway at 155.
Okay, Leon Edwards. He's middleweight because he fought Kamaru Usman. No, that was welterweight. No.
I don't know, man. I'm not the best with weight classes either.
Me neither. You know what I'm saying? Because the weight class system is stupid. I've been talking to my friend right now who's into boxing, and I've been trying to learn all the boxing weight classes again. And there's a lot of fucking weight classes.
Yeah, I can't stand it either.
My back banging.
Phone climb time, bro. You always fucking tripping out. But hey man.
What you mean by that?
Hey man, before we get into this main event, I'm gonna play some voice messages I got on Instagram. I'm gonna end this live stream. I'm gonna jump on another one. And the full podcast, if you want to watch this later, it's gonna be on YouTube. So I'm gonna end this live stream, but when the main event starts, I'm gonna start it up again. And I got a couple voice messages I gotta play. And yeah, man. So here when the main event starts, like 20 minutes, I'm gonna jump back on a live stream, and I'll see you guys in a second. All right?
No problem, man. Great talking to you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right. So before we sorry to cut the dude off, but I'm kind of crunching on time here. Shout out to the homie. He actually had a couple good stories. But we got Petrino versus Pedro, 1 minute and 40 seconds in round 3, light heavyweight bout. I haven't watched any of this. We were talking about bullshit, but I did want to play these voice messages because before we get into it, I don't know what's happened in this fight. We got 1 minute left. I had some voice messages from on Instagram that I saved up for this podcast. I haven't listened to them yet. And this dude said voice message here. He just texted voice message. This is bullshit. Alright, we got Jacob Ponte here. And he didn't send a voice message either. You got alright, we'll read what he said then. Hey man, I've got to be accepted before I can send a boxing video. Let me know when I'm good. Alright, so now he'll be able to send the video. Check DMs. Alright, cool. He just wants to send me a damn video. Alright, let's see if one person sent a voice message. This is what I was concerned about. I only did it on 1 day's notice, and not many people really like to have their voice, like go on and say things because you have to hear it. You have to hear yourself. You can't go and mess with your message. But absolutely, Jacob, you can send it now. Boom. There we go. Now, hopefully, one fucking person, nobody sent a voice message. Oh my god. Okay. I'll answer this dude after. Damn it, boy. Alright. Well, like I said, we'll start another live stream here in a second. I don't want my phone to die because I wanna watch this with all the people live, because until I find a way, I actually kind of like doing it this way, because it's not live the whole time. Now it's me and you, listener of the podcast. It's not just it's not me in the live stream, not me and people riffing off each other. Now it's me and you. Now it's like a singular, focused. I kind of like how I'm doing this, because it's not live the whole time, and it's not static the whole time. I might keep doing it this way. And if I can, I'll put that dude's video onto actual podcast. The dude that was talking. I'll shout his name out if I can find it. Hopefully I can find it. I'll shout him out. But yeah, I want to bring more people on. I don't care who you are. Like that dude, he just joined the live stream and he said, "Can I join?" I said, "Hell yeah." But yeah, anybody that joins, I really don't care. Whatever it is you want to talk about, sure. If I kind of want to do the voice messages thing too. If you guys are watching the podcast now, send me a voice message. If you don't want to send a voice message, excuse me, sure. Just send me a text with your question or whatever. But yeah, I really want to have voice messages. That way I can like hear you guys. You know, it's podcast. You know, I don't have to read it all out. And co-host thing. I keep talking about this, but I think I'm gonna do this podcast solo, man. I'm just gonna have you guys as guests. Like, I hope you guys enjoyed Homeboy. I don't know what his name was. I really wish. I should have just like asked his real name, because I can never remember Instagram usernames unless they join like constantly. All right, who won this? Vitor Petrino by unanimous decision. But yeah, I'd like to have you guys as the guests, because there's no better guests than the people that watch the podcast. And I do have a friend of mine. At first I wanted to start this podcast with him, because he doesn't know too much about fighting. We've boxed a couple times. But then it'd be too much work. So I just said, fuck it. I'm going to do it with the fans. But I need to market this podcast a little bit better. Like, post it a little bit in advance, because I do everything like the day before. Like, I'll make all of these plans and everything, but I'll end up just posting it the day before. So let's look at these highlights here. Beat the fuck out of this dude. Oh my god, the suplex too for light heavyweights. We're going to roll up some more fun tobacco here, because I'm excited for Rozenstruik versus Gaziev. Honestly, this is a make it or break it fight for Rozenstruik, because I hadn't really heard his name until like right now when I'm watching this. And I wouldn't have watched it if I wasn't like doing a podcast, honestly. But I don't know too much about Gaziev. Hopefully Rozenstruik, I don't know, because I kind of do like the hype train with the undefeated fighters. The problem with it though is whenever they lose. Like Rozenstruik, he could definitely come back, but Gaziev, some fighters they lose that they get one loss and then it's over from there. They lose that confidence, that like star power. But let's see what happens, because if you've already lost a couple fights, like Nate Diaz for example, if you've already lost a couple fights, it's fine whenever you lose one, because people are like, oh well, he's just gonna come back and put on another show, you know. But it's whenever somebody's undefeated. Like, imagine if Khabib lost his last fight versus Justin Gaethje. Imagine how damaging that would be to his entire legacy, and just because he was undefeated. But that guy right there never bled either. We're talking about Khabib a lot this episode. Whenever I start naming these podcasts, I always keep it unfiltered. I keep it real. Like I'm, I wanted to start this podcast like a normal podcast, but I don't do anything normal. So I'm just gonna break it down. Like, I have no idea about like production value or anything, like, or how to do any of this. So I'll just put it on my phone. I'll just say fuck it. Like, we'll go on an Instagram live. We'll do all this. But the more I do it, the more I'm starting to like this. Yeah, I had no idea what I was gonna do with it. Oh, he's putting down his gloves. Oh shit! Did he just retire? Yeah, they're zooming in. Damn! Did I just missed some monumental shit right now. Damn, homie. I feel like I was getting to a point, but I did not get there. Homie, I think he retired. Hey, man. Well, shit. Hopefully he doesn't pull a Henry Cejudo and come back. Alright, here we go. We got Rozenstruik 13-5. Yeah, you know, the heavyweight division doesn't have too many like big names anymore after Francis left. Francis was generating big names. Like C-Raw Gain, he was a big name because Francis, like, it was a whole rivalry. But now, like, I mean, we got Bones and he's not really going to fight. So, like, I guess we're going to have to wait for another era of heavyweight fighters for all the fighters, really. All the weight classes, because I was looking at, I don't know all the names. I couldn't tell them to you. But I was looking at all the names of fighters that are like getting older, like what ages they are. And you'd be surprised some of the people how old they are on that list. I'm like, "Oh my god, we're about to see these people like retire soon." And there's going to be new names like Islam Makhachev coming along, and I don't know. It's weird. It's weird whenever you see fighters that you grew up with and now they're not fighting anymore. Because I've seen that happen to plenty of people. But it's also a good thing because they're getting better. These guys are getting a lot better. Like, you kind of have to have a full skill set in order to... You have to either be a specialist or you have to have a full skill set. Like, a complete mixed martial artist. Like, Wonder Boy versus, what was his name? Shavkat, for example. That dude's a young, fucking undefeated, hungry-ass dude versus a veteran, and karate wasn't enough. Sometimes, if the mixed martial artist is experienced enough, it's not going to be enough. One base. Yeah, but Wonder Boy, man. I would love to go and train with Wonder Boy. He seems like somebody that just, he wouldn't beat the shit out of you. You know, he just seems like a super nice guy. I mean, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. By the end of the year, I could probably fly out there. Fuck it. Let's see how this YouTube shit goes. Let's see how this podcast goes. Yeah, so I've actually reached out to another YouTuber, Icy Mike, a while ago. I DM'd him, like, asked him some advice. He commented on one of my videos that got super big. Shout out to Icy Mike. I used to watch that guy's videos all the time. Great content. Sensei Seth, Jeff Chan. Those are... I love the MMA YouTube community. They're all kind of intertwined now. I love that about it. Because that's just the way MMA is. It brings everybody together. Like, you know, in a beat people up, let's come together to learn the best ways to beat people up kind of way. Which is, it's the best way to learn, man. Yeah. Street Beefs, Icy Mike. Go search up some of those fights. I actually wanted to fight in Street Beefs for a little bit. I still might. Why not? Fuck it. Fighting in Street Beefs would be hilarious. But then, I mean, why would I do that? Like, then again, why would I... Well, what am I gonna gain from fighting in Street Beefs? I'll just break down their videos. After this podcast, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a breakdown watching, like, Street Beefs or something. I don't know, just have some fun. Because I always want to break down videos, but I never just sit back and, like, watch some fights anymore. You know what the ultimate goal for me would be to, like, just for Dana White to let me do my breakdowns like how DC does Detail. Like, I would love to be a commentator, but then again, I don't know. I like this setting where I have no pressure here. I'm kind of riffing off, you know, the comments. I'm riffing off, you know, whatever my ideas are, whatever I'm seeing on ESPN. God damn, Rozenstruik. See, like right there. I kind of like this. I wouldn't want to really sit in that commentary booth for, you know, god damn, they sit for the prelims or early prelims and the main card sometimes. Yeah, I don't know about that. But I would love to have a series like Detail. Like, if you guys haven't watched Detail, Daniel Cormier, he breaks down fights kind of the same way how I do. But he has, like, you know, super fucking expensive editing equipment. Me, I'm just arrows and circles. I love it. But I would love to have a show like that. I mean, I already do. Fuck it. Why am I saying that? I'm just going to make this my show. Fuck it. But breaking down fights, it's hard, man, because the UFC wants to take them down. That's why I say, if I was working for them, like, hey, look, I'm not the bad guy, man. I'm just trying to get you guys more views, and I just want to make these videos. Like, I just want to make these breakdowns. Making the breakdowns, I remember the first time it was a karate combat. First time I made a video about mixed martial arts, and I actually had a channel before where I was doing gaming, and I was somewhat successful with some of the shorts that I made, but I never really, like, cared I mean, that sounds bad, but I never really cared, to be honest, until the MMA, because that's what I've always loved so much. I like started MMA. I was like, you know what, fuck it, this is what I actually like doing. And the karate combat video, that people loved it, or at least I got a lot of views on it, and people were like, oh, great analysis. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep doing this shit. Only problem is it takes so long. Like, these podcasts take 3 hours, right? And like I said, I'm being raw and filtered right now. I'll tell you guys about the editing process and everything, because I know the people that are listening this early in the podcast are people that have been around for a while. But yeah, one of these 3-hour podcasts, it takes about as long for me to do a 3-hour podcast to do like a 10-minute video where I'm breaking down something. You'd be so surprised. Maybe it might be my editing, equipment, but here we go. We got Gaziev walking out. He was laughing his ass off a second ago, like something was funny. And something I brought up earlier is like, do beards cushion punches? I wonder if Mythbusters has like a series on this or something, because it has to some extent, right? Why wouldn't it? I mean, it's extra protection of some sort. Almost forgot. Get the live chat back on. Sorry, man. I was caught up in our conversation, man. Undefeated 12-0. I can't see up close. Here we go. Significant strike differential, plus 41. Alright, whatever. Bullshit. You got the Dana White Contender Series. You got a contract on. Yeah, I've got... The picture-in-picture on my laptop is so damn small. But I'll start this live chat here in a second. Live chat? Fucking hell. I'll start this live chat here in a second. Yeah, but no voice messages, man. God damn. It's because on Instagram, everybody that wanted to send a voice message, they were in my message requests, and they just filter it for some reason, so they couldn't send me videos. It sucks, man. But yeah, if you guys are listening right now, on Monday, that's when I post these. If you're listening on Monday, or whenever in the future, send me a voice message. Fight stories. I love when people send me fight stories. And, but I'll have to tell people on Instagram that a little bit more. Excuse me. Start this live stream here in a second. Which I was about to put the title Rozenstruik knocks out Gaziev. Just predicting it. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know who Gaziev is. Only Surinamese fighter in UFC history. I don't know where that is. Suriname. I've never heard of it. I guess if it's the only Surinamese fighter, then it's a small place. Because fighters come from everywhere. Except for India. I guess first Indian fighters were on the UFC a couple weeks ago. And all of them got whooped. And Canadian fighters too. I thought that was hilarious. All the Canadian fighters on, I think it was a card in Canada. They all got their asses whooped. I thought that was hilarious. Except for GSP. He's the only one that can fight. Let's just go with the Punch podcast. Why am I overthinking this? I don't have to predict anything. I can admit I have no idea who's going to win this. So fuck it. We'll just start it. Yeah, but we got Rozenstruik. He's walking in now. I mean, I really don't expect this to last long at all. At all. Because, they're heavyweights. And Rozenstruik... Was it Derek Lewis that faked an injury and then hit that dude with the right hand? I think it was Rozenstruik. I think that's why I would see it. What's up, everybody? We're watching Rozenstruik versus Gaziev. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea who Gaziev is, so we're just kind of gonna see what happens. Hopefully, it's not one of those scenarios where they get tired and gas out. Because that's always my fear with heavyweights. And Rozenstruik, I think he's the one that did it. It was either Derek Lewis and Ngannou, or it was Francis Ngannou and Rozenstruik. No, Francis knocked out Rozenstruik cold. That's what happened. But yeah, they're both in the cage now. We got Joey Martinez. Again, not Bruce Buffer, sadly. But sadly, I can't show the fight either. Maybe one day I might try to do it on the podcast whenever I post it on YouTube. Like, post some highlights here and there, but maybe one day in the future. For now, I'm just going to put, whenever somebody joins the live stream, I'll just put their video on. 35, Rozenstruik. 34, Gaziev. It's already fucking went away. I look too late. But here we go, man. So, Rozenstruik is the underdog. That's crazy. So, this Gaziev guy's really good, I'm assuming. I didn't watch the highlights. I don't know what I was yapping about. Love from India. I was just talking about India, man. It's morning in India? Damn, man. Are you watching the UFC card? I am Prince. What's up, man? I have a lot of Indian fans. And it doesn't make any sense because there's not many Indian fighters. Is it just because you don't have a gym there that you just watch it? What's up, Kaya? But yeah, love from India. That's like one of my number one comments that I get in live streams. Yeah, man. Much love. Love from Texas, brother. All the time. I love it, man. Yeah, but I was just talking about how the first Indian fighter on the UFC, I think he got knocked out. Which it makes sense because, it's banned in India or whatever. Yusuf Fabramani just said, in quotes, said love from India with the puking emoji. Guess he's not a fan. Hey, man. They're pissed now. They're fighting in the chat. It happens. I remember. Oh my god, I had the biggest hater. His name was Steve-O. And he used to come in every live stream and just talk the meanest shit. And I put a vote. And I asked everybody in the live stream. It was like most of my fans at that point that were in the live stream. It was huge. And I was like, should I ban Steve-O? And all of them said yes, yes. And I was like, it was like Batman and the Joker. I'm like, no, I don't want to lock the Joker up. But I had to block him because they didn't want to see his shit anymore. But here we go. We got Rozenstruik versus Gaziev. And they're about to walk in the center. Finally, Mark Goddard is the ref. They touch gloves. Round 1. 4:58. Let's go. Both of them kind of just feeling out. Leg kick from Rozenstruik. He's getting backed up, though. Takedown attempt from Gaziev, but he just rammed his head into the fence like a bull. That was the funniest shit ever. But he's putting on the pressure really well right now. The dude looks like a Russian bartender in like an old-ass movie from the 60s, like a black and white one. Like, hey, what are you talking about there? Oh, good right hand from Rozenstruik there. But he's getting backed up to the cage a lot. And we saw this against Ngannou. Whenever Rozenstruik gets backed up, his defense kind of drops. These leg kicks from Rozenstruik, 4-13 in round 1. He keeps throwing these leg kicks. It's going to pay off in the end, but let's see how long this fight goes. Wow, the chat is going crazy. The love from India comment just sparked a whole riot. 3:55 in round 1. Another takedown attempt. He just can't seem to... I don't know what his problem is. He's not going down with his takedowns. He's trying to take him down around his shoulders. I've never seen that. It's like he's... If you're going around the shoulders, why not just clinch? How am I, Plombier Pro? I'm good, man. You watching the fight right now? They're calling each other pigs. Alright, still getting backed up. Just dodged a right hand from Gaziev. Yeah, but Rozenstruik, he can't keep backing up like this. The leg kicks are going to help, but he needs to put on the pressure. But this Gaziev, dude, he's a big fucker, man. He looks like Tyson Fury. He's got that build. Oh, the takedown. But he just comes right back up with an uppercut. I think the takedown is just to disguise punches. I don't think he's trying to actually get it. Right hand lands from Rozenstruik. Oh my god, the chat is going crazy. I love it. Y'all fucking duke it out right now. 2 minutes 41 seconds. Gaziev putting on that pressure with a left hook and then a right after that. But Gaziev's bloodied up from this jab from Rozenstruik here. God damn, it's cold in here, man. I'm starting to fucking shiver. Alright. That jab from Rozenstruik, the jab and the leg kick, that's going to stop the pressure, but it's going to be over time. And you don't really want to take that risk. I'd say just keep going with that jab. Step in with the jab a little bit more. But the nose is bloodied up from Gaziev, and that's because he's putting on the pressure, but without keeping his hands up too much. He throws a couple bombs. Ooh, gets clipped, but Rozenstruik seems fine. Oh my god. I wish I could screen record the chat right now. Jesus. 1 minute and 40 seconds. Oh, and this is a 5-round fight. Oh man, this might be a long fight, man. Alright, Gaziev has finally got him in the clinch. And now that he's got all this weight on him, what is Rozenstruik really going to do other than wait out the round? And now that Gaziev knows that he can put on the pressure like this and actually get into the clinch, he's going to have more confidence in round 2. What's up, Chase ADHD? Good to see you back, brother. Gaziev is just smothering him right now. Oh, he goes for the takedown. Got the single leg. Lifts him up. Oh, okay. This is a strong motherfucker. He just lift up Rozenstruik like it wasn't anything. This dude probably lifts fridges for fun. He looks like one of those dudes that would move shit out of your house. He's built like a WWE dude. Am I painting a good enough picture for you guys? How old am I? 19, bro. First takedown in his career? Oh, this is the first takedown in Gaziev's career. Okay, that's interesting. Kaya said he's 12. Hey, what's up? Tauriz? What's up? Ooh, good ground and pound from Gaziev. He's got him in half guard. Yeah, now that he knows he can take him to the ground, the question is he gonna just shoot for the takedown, like, early in round 2? Because he knows he's safe there. He's got a bloodied up nose when he was standing up. What's up, man? How have I been? Staying alive, bro. Just watching this fight. I look younger than 12? I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or not, brother. Oh, you you look younger than 19? Nah, I'm 19, bro. Kaya's insistent that I am 12. Nah, man. But here we go with this Progressive commercial that I've seen 8,000 times already. I wish they could rotate these ads out a little bit better. I don't know what the corner's saying to Rozenstruik, but he looks like he's breathing fine. All right, let's look at these highlights here. Yeah, it was really the jab that changed this fight. And the left hook, both of them have landed the left hook and the right hand combo. But Gaziev here, oh, he lifted him up and then tripped him. Okay. And that was his first takedown in his career? Jesus. Alright, round 2, 4 minutes and 56 seconds. Jab lands from Rozenstruik again. And the stance of Rozenstruik is just, he's got that Floyd Mayweather stance right now. He has the lead hand right here ready to pop it out. Alright, Gaziev is not going for the takedown yet. Goes to body punch. His defense is all over the place. He's kind of like George Foreman. He just swats the punches. I would like to see Rozenstruik go with a feint to the body and then a left hook to the head and then another right maybe because we've already seen that. Left hook I think landed from Gaziev. Yeah, but I don't I really don't see this fight ending soon. Because heavyweights, man, like I said, you got gravity working against you, man. But Rozenstruik, he looks like he's still got some gas in the tank. Gaziev, he's breathing heavy. But he's got like that farmer strength. He picked him up like it was nothing. The shirt, yeah, it's another Affliction one. Day 2, I don't know if I mentioned that already. This is a other Affliction shirt I got. And I learned that it was a short-lived promotion. I think it was, they fought. This was like their merch. It was like a partner of the UFC or something. Yeah, Day 2. This is what I want my merch to look like. I already said this in the last episode, but I like this shit. Gaziev is just swatting away these punches. But the pressure, like I said, it's going to tire out Rozenstruik. He just dodged a punch? Man. I got to get a new chair. I know y'all could probably hear that. Alright. Ooh, good knee lands from Gaziev. The pressure. Rozenstruik can't keep fighting on the back foot like this. And he's abandoned the leg kick plan. I haven't seen too many leg kicks yet. Yeah, now he's not blocking anymore. He's trying to move out of the way. Goes for a body punch and misses. 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Yeah, with big guys like this, the cardio, like Cain Velasquez, C-Raw Gain, that's not really a good example. Francis Ngannou looked good. I mean, what are good cardio examples at heavyweight? Cain Velasquez is the one that pops in my mind. But all the heavyweights really gas out, to be honest. I want to see Pereira go to heavyweight. Pereira going to heavyweight, like he's already walking around at, if I had to guess, at least 250. No, probably way more than that. God, that dude is fucking huge. Am I watching UFC? Yeah, we're on round 2, heavyweight main event, Rozenstruik versus Gaziev. And I think it's pretty even so far. It's really damage from Rozenstruik versus control from Gaziev. However you base that. But yeah, honestly, I see this fight going on for a long time because the pace has already slowed a lot. Oh my god, but Gaziev, he's trying his best to take down Rozenstruik. 1 minute and 20 seconds. Yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of clinch work in this. Ooh, knee lands from both of them. What was my favorite fight from today? The dude, I can't remember his name. It was it Oliveira versus Sejo? I don't know, it's a weird name. It was the dude that got knocked out with the flying knee. Guys, go watch that fight. I don't know what it was, but you probably saw it on Instagram already. What was it? Oliveira versus Sojo. It started with an S and ended with a J. That's what I know. But yeah, that dude, he was 23, I think. He was the youngest fighter on the card. Yeah, he got knocked out with a flying knee, and it was vicious. Hey, these are the only glasses I got. I can make fun of yours. Fuck around and find out, man. I'll break your damn glasses. Just like that. We got 17 seconds left in round 2, and just a whole lot of clinching from Gaziev. Yeah. I don't know. Gaziev is definitely a monster, though. I would like to see a takedown. Just staying in the clinch like this is going to win you the fight, but not win you fans. You know what I'm saying? Because not many people want to see, like, it's the Kamaru Usman effect. Like, you win a lot, but you got to learn how to strike eventually. You have 4 pairs of glasses, and you're calling me a loser? God damn, how much money you spend on glasses? Because I know I spend a lot of money. What's my favorite martial art? To watch, like solely to watch, is Muay Thai. Because those guys, It's non-stop action, and it's only striking and clinching. Whoever thought of it is a genius. And that Mighty Mouse versus Rod Tang fight, that shows you striking versus wrestling. That first round, Mighty Mouse was backing up. He was scared of striking. Not scared, but he was hesitant to strike with Rod Tang. And then whenever it went to the MMA round, it was all over. America's Best AJ, free eye exam, 80 for 2 frames. Man. I think that's the owl, right? America's Best? That's the one with the owl. I think so. Actually, it was Jiu-Jitsu versus Muay Thai. No, it was MMA. Rod Tang versus Mighty Mouse. It was MMA versus Muay Thai. Yeah, I just watched that fight. It was, they're fighting for one. Mixed rule set. They do shit like that all the time. I wish UFC would do that, but they do a power slap instead. Which is, whatever. Do what you gotta do, Dana. Do what you gotta do, but do it without me, man. Because I'm gonna do a breakdown where I'm gonna fucking say, today we're gonna be breaking down power slap. Oh, there's nothing to break down. They just slap the shit out of each other. Something along those lines. Yeah. No, it's the one with the owl. Because, that's how I remember it. But we got 3 minutes and 57 seconds left in round 3. Rozenstruik has kept it standing so far. They're in the middle right now. Another jab lands. His face is all bloodied up. But he keeps getting backed up. And whenever you get backed up to the cage, I think this is the apex that they're fighting in. So it's a smaller cage. Smaller cage. Ooh. Left hook lands from Gaziev, but Rozenstruik seems unfazed here. But you keep getting backed up. Oh my god, Gaziev's face. He looks messed up. And he's not even biting down on his mouthpiece. They did a shit job with his mouthpiece. Alright, got rocked again. Rozenstruik, he's not dictating the pace. It's round 3 now. And, oh, Gaziev just stuck his chin out and he's still missing. Rozenstruik's just losing energy by backing up like this. If you move forward, you're going to have more energy because you dictate the pace. And then even then, when you want to take a rest, all you have to do is just stay at mid-range. And they're going to be scared to come forward because you just beat their ass. What's my favorite UFC fight? Tony Ferguson versus Anthony Pettis. That's my favorite UFC fight. Because I remember watching that, and that's whenever I fell in love with the UFC and watching mixed martial arts. I was all about it after that. Because they were all bloodied up, and they just beat the dog shit out of each other. It was ridiculous. What's up, Sleepwalker? Waka. What's up, brother? Shit, I'm going to have to talk to you after this podcast, bro. Gaziev is over here just slipping punches. He looks good on the feet now, but it's round 3. I don't know why he didn't look like this in round 1. I guess he just had to warm up. But he looks good, but he's bloody, man. But he looks comfortable. He's dodging these punches and smiling now. 1 minute and 50 seconds left. Rozenstruik needs to get his respect. Because Gaziev now, he's not going where he's safe to the wrestling. Oh, he might now. He just got a good couple punches from Rozenstruik. Nope, but he's still standing with him. What's up, Waka? Shout out to Sleepwalker. Yeah, but Gaziev is definitely talented right now. Oh, he's smiling at him and shit. And he's not even ranked. Damn, and to be undefeated heavyweight. That's some crazy shit right there. Wow. To the body. Yeah, he keeps slipping these punches, and for a heavyweight, that's crazy. Oh, and he's dancing. They're both dancing. What the fuck is happening? I knew this fight was going to take forever. I could tell, because whenever a heavyweight doesn't knock out another heavyweight, it's going to be a whole lot of either clinching or just it's a slower pace. They'll punch 1 or 2 punches, quick combo, and then they'll stop for a couple seconds. Quick combo, they'll stop because they gotta conserve that gas tank. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. They're just bigger. That's why, like, 155, 135, those are the best fights. Because those guys, they have a mix of cardio and power. Like, a lot of people complain about Mighty Mouse not knocking people out. But if you go up a weight class or 2, now you don't have to complain about that shit anymore. Yeah, Gaziev is just slipping these punches. And even when he does get clipped, he doesn't stop, showboating and slipping. And that gets into your head. But honestly, I don't know who's winning. Gaziev he looks good, but his face is telling a different story than how many punches, like Rozenstruik's face. He should look like Gaziev right now. But, damage, you can't really tell how, who's winning the fight because of what their face looks like. Like Nate Diaz, he could win a fight, but afterwards he's still going to look like a bloody mess. I don't know, it's interesting. Yap City population. Me, it's a podcast, man. What am I supposed to do, Kaya? Why are you watching, man? You like watching me yap. It's all good. Oh, he punched him right in the titty. Rozenstruik punched him right in the titty, and that was in their slow-mo. Good left hook. Body. See, if he just went up with a couple flurries instead of 1 or 2 punches, get him close to the fence, and then throw that combo. Alright, round 4. They keep going like the Energizer Bunny. Gaziev can move fast. Good uppercut from Rozenstruik. Woke up from a nap. Man, it is 5 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. Come on now, that ain't a nap. Yeah, honestly, I think this fight is going to go to decision. Probably Gaziev is going to win. He's had more control time. He's hit Rozenstruik. I don't know. It's interesting. I wonder how they're going to score this fight. Okay, here we go. I got the stats. Rozenstruik has got way more strikes to the face. Okay. Oh yeah, Rozenstruik is definitely winning. I guess every time I look up... Oh my god, he's clipping him now. Yeah, every time I was looking up, I just saw Gaziev with control time or hitting him. But yeah, Rozenstruik's definitely winning. Yeah, he's putting a can of whoop ass on him for sure. Yeah, and every time they get into a flurry, Rozenstruik wins. But every time they get into a flurry, it's because Gaziev engages. Like, you save a lot more damage to yourself and a lot more energy if you can choose when you want to engage and when you want to disengage. When you want to get in the clinch. When you want to wrestle. When do you want to stand up. It's all about control. Tell a joke, funny man? Man, you caught me off guard. I'm not in funny mode. Holy shit. Oh my god, I could never be a stand-up comedian. God damn. I just learned a lot about myself, Kaya. Holy shit. Oh my god, all of the ones that are coming to mind are like dad jokes. Holy shit. Yep. Stand-up career is over. It's over, bro. Josiah Rodriguez. What am I watching? UFC Fight Night. Rozenstruik versus Gaziev. Holy shit. I could never be a stand-up comedian. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I feel like I've never been so disappointed in my life. Yeah, Gaziev, I think he might lose. But you know how the UFC is. They want to keep these undefeated fighters undefeated. That was disappointing, I know. I'm disappointed too, alright? Listen, I'm going to come back, and the next podcast is going to be the funniest fucking podcast ever. I do another podcast, a really funny podcast, but I don't want to shout it out. How old was I when I first got into MMA? I was in Taekwondo when I was 3. I got into MMA when I was around like 12. Probably 12. Jake Paul gonna get knocked out? Who's Jake Paul fighting? I heard it was some washed up boxer, but I don't know. 1 minute 54 seconds left in round 4. Oh my god. You can see the body punches they have an effect on how Gaziev is breathing now. And Gaziev isn't putting his hands up anymore. That's how you know he's tired. He's just eating these punches. And Rozenstruik, he's just steady with it. Now he's feinting. He's got his left hand down. Whenever you have your left hand down, you can flick that jab up and it's harder to see. Especially when you're closer to your opponent. Who the hell is Ryan Borland? Jake Paul is fighting Ryan Borland? Who the hell is that? I've never heard of that guy. Definitely, yeah, he's been retired for 3 years. It figures. Because I've never heard of him. 1 minute left in round 4. Gaziev looks like the Wolverine after he gets his ass whooped. And Rozenstruik is like... This dude, he's moving way too well for a heavyweight right now. He's got those John Jones calves. Fixed fight. Yeah, probably. What happened? A nut shot? Oh, I think he dropped his mouthpiece. Like I said, whoever did his mouthpiece did a shit job. They need to get fired. Yeah, Jake Paul, that's a... I don't know. I don't really know what to say about it. He's a great businessman. Because, like, there's prime all over the UFC cage right now. But he's a good boxer, too. But if he fought real competition, what would happen? Didn't he fight Anderson? Who fought Anderson? Oh, round 4 over. I think Rozenstruik went at it. I think they headbutted. That's what happened. They headbutted at the end. Gaziev was like, what the hell, man? Yeah, I told you this is going to be a long-ass fight. How to fight a stronger guy in a street fight. The first thing that you don't want to do, you're saying a street fight, you have to... What terrain are you on? Like, this is going to dictate how much urgency you have to not get slammed on the floor. If you're on the grass, like you're saying street fight, but street fight means like a fight outside where there's no unified rules or a ref. If you're on the grass, you can take it to the ground and choke them out. But if you're on concrete, avoid getting taken down at all costs because you will get slammed and fucking knocked. People have died. It's the worst thing that can happen in a street fight other than getting a gun or a knife pulled. But if you want to keep it standing, you need to not move backwards. That's the thing that everybody does wrong. You need to move backwards and at an angle. That way, instead of just moving back, you can move to the side. And whenever you try to take someone down, because that's what a big guy is going to do, you go forward. Whenever they're going forward for a takedown and you're moving to the side, oh, what's happening? The doctor's looking at Gaziev here. Is Gaziev about to quit? I think he's about to quit. I can't hear what they're saying, but Mark Goddard over here is just looking real close. Is he saying the mouth guard? Does he need a new mouth? Oh, no, it's over. It's over. Damn. I think he quit. I don't know what happened. Maybe like a broken orbital, or is he just tired? Damn. Rozenstruik just won, guys. At the end of round 4, he just couldn't get back up. Damn it, boy. Oh, the doctors are really checking him out right now. They're trying to see if he has a concussion and shit. Damn, Rozenstruik fought a good fight. So, who's he gonna fight now? Because they're at heavyweight, so... John Jones is a champ. He's not gonna fight anybody but Stipe. What is C-Roll Gain doing? Francis isn't there anymore. Derek Lewis. I mean, they've already fought twice, right? Yeah, I wonder what happened. I wanted to say broken orbital, but maybe he just got tired. Oh, man, those jabs were money in the bank. I bet he has a broken nose. I bet. Right on the chin. Damn it, boy. That was some good striking. Round 4, man. That's where he really picked up the pace. Yeah. Damn. I was not expecting it to end like that, though. Do I gotta... Okay, I gotta get it right over there. Hold on, I'll be right back. Like, literally right back. And I'm gonna turn this fucking AC off, man. I'm literally shaking, man. Alright. Here we go. Wow. I'm impressed by Rozenstruik there. Because in that Ngannou fight, whenever he got backed up, he got knocked out. Like, quick. But that was Francis Ngannou, so... God damn, I'm cold, man. I might have to get a fucking hoodie. Here. You know what? Perfect. This is perfect right now. AJ Stember MMA. You know what? I'm not taking off all my headphones and shit for this. I'm not going to be a bitch. Fuck it. But I will promote my hoodie anyway. I don't know if Amazon even has my store up anymore because I haven't posted anything in a while. AJ Stember MMA. We got hoodies. We got shirts. Somewhere. Yeah. Whatever. If you want a AJ Stember MMA hoodie. Like I said, I want to get some better designs. Like Affliction type of shit. But right now I just got basic ones. Ooh. Gaziev isn't even getting his hand raised. Damn, man. And then Rozenstruik over here putting on his slippers. You know what I miss? I miss DC fighting. You know what? Let's watch a DC fight right now. That's what we should do. So, guys, if you're watching this podcast at home and you've got to this point, 2 hours in, I want to end this podcast. Let's watch a DC fight. Jon Jones versus Daniel Cormier. Jon Bone Jones versus DC. Boom. That's what we're going to watch right now. So, thank you all for watching live. If you want to watch the rest of this podcast, go to YouTube and watch the Punch Podcast episode 3. Thank you all for watching. And every Saturday I do this. So, love you guys. Later. Alright. Boom. There we go, guys. It's just me and you. So, like I said, let's watch a Daniel Cormier fight. Because I just watched him interview homeboy Rozenstruik. Let me go to ESPN real quick. I forgot. I pay for ESPN Plus, and I just went to YouTube for highlights. It's habits, man. But that's what I want to do right now. Because Daniel Cormier and Jon Bones Jones. Those, like... So it's an end of an era, right? But what happens to these new fighters that are coming up, like, you know... I can't say Gaziev, for example, but... That one dude that flying kneed homeboy in the face from Goat Shed. Like, what happens now? Like, are those the ones... Those are the ones that are going to be the next... Like, Oliveira's and the next, you know... It's crazy. Because I'm so used to all of these people. I'll tell you what, ESPN. You really do piss me off sometimes. Uncle Dana, damn it, boy. Damn it, boy. But DC, man, he's... I saw that video the other day of Jon Jones teaching about how Daniel Cormier... They'd lock their hands, and then all the different combos that he had from locking the hands up and boom, boom, boom. It was a fucking great video. And the spinning elbow, too, on top of that. Alright, well, it looks like ESPN has failed me. That is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, guys. But I'll tell you where we're starting. And like I said, eventually I might be able to put highlights of the fights that I'm watching, but you know, Dana White doesn't like that. We ain't cool like that. Maybe one day. Alright, here we go. I'm starting off. Oh, I'm going to just ruin the whole podcast. Hopefully not. Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. I just couldn't see anymore. Here we go. Jon Jones touch gloves with Daniel Cormier. I'll tell you guys when the clock starts. But we'll just put this on in the background while we talk about shit for the next 30 minutes. Yeah, but this is such a great rivalry, man. Alright, they walk out. And 4 minutes and 56 seconds into round 1. We're watching Daniel Cormier and John Bone Jones. God damn, man. And they're going at it already. See, like, and you know, what was John on? He was on like a fucking performance enhancer right now. And man, DC, crazy to see him as a commentator now. And yeah, look, immediately at 4 minutes and 30 seconds, they're already hand fighting. Hand fighting is one of the lost techniques of mixed martial arts. Oh, man. I tell you what, I haven't watched this fight in a long time. I've been more hyped up about the first 40 seconds of this fight than I have the whole card of Fight Night. I did get really hyped up about that one fight I was talking about with the flying knee from earlier. Maybe I might edit it into the podcast if I remember. But I was like, what the fuck? First takedown allowed in MMA career. I don't know what they're trying to say there, but yeah, man. John Jones now. Who does he fight? He says he's ready to fight anybody. And then Francis said, "You're fucking fat, John." That really made me laugh. Because he didn't miss a beat when he was in the crowd and the camera turned to him. Yeah, I wish I could have seen that fight. I was talking to a buddy of mine on Instagram, longtime fan, Alex Heaton. And we were talking about John Jones versus Ngannou, how it would happen right now. And at first I was thinking that John would submit him. But Alex brought up the good point that John Jones got beat up by Reyes. He got beat up by, I think I brought this up. He got beat up by Reyes, Gus, and Thiago Santos. And I started thinking about it, like, damn. Because he said he'd knock him out. Alright. Alex said that Francis would knock out John Jones. And I was like, okay. I started thinking about it. Well, John Jones has taken some heavy punches. There could be a universe where he knocks him out. And then I started thinking, like, damn, man. It'd have to be later on that he would win the fight. Like, that's his only chances if Francis tires out. And we saw against Cyril Gain that Francis actually had pretty good wrestling. But I don't know. I don't know, guys. We can't really see that fight anymore. Because John, look at how big John is. People are saying John looks like DC now, which is hilarious. DC with a couple good jabs. 2 minutes in round 1. But man, till the day that I'm old, I will be watching these old rivalries. Like this is like the glory days for me, you know? I mean, I guess it's going to be like that for kids growing up right now watching the UFC, watching, like Chimaev and Islam Makhachev and all of these, like, new fighters. Those are going to be their new, like, John Bones Jones, you know? Which is crazy. Because this is, like, the original superstars. Like, because the UFC hasn't been around for too long, and before that, MMA was not a big thing. Only boxing. So these are the original guys right here. Like, they started the foundation of what MMA is. I mean, of course, there's, like the early guys. But I'm talking about when they really started refining technique. Like, these guys were the GOATs. Like, they can still go against the new fighters right now. We've seen that. It's crazy. Like, who's going to be the next heavyweight champion after John Jones? Like that, I already forgot his name. Gaziev? That dude had some potential, but, like, it's not the same story as, like, McGregor or John Jones going out and be the youngest champion. Like, the barriers that they have to break are so much higher because of the competition. Like, the veterans from the past have already broke all these records. So now it's up to these younger fighters to, like, break them again. Yeah, we got Herb Dean. Oh, flying knee attempt from John. Damn it, boy. And DC, he had success whenever he was close to John, but the problem with John is he has those long ass fucking, like, what is his wingspan? 84 inches or some shit? He's got them hammers on him, man. But I remember Bobby Green on an interview with Rampage. He was saying, "Oh, John Jones don't have no defense." I mean, he does. It works. Nobody can get in close. Even Daniel. Like, only at the end of the round was he able to hit him with a couple of good punches. And here we go, round 2. I don't know if we'll go the full fight. Maybe not. That might run me over a little bit. I got to do another podcast. So, I don't know. Maybe, because this fight is so fucking high-paced, these guys. Does he get knocked out in the first one or the second one? He gets knocked out in the second one. It's a decision in the first. Which is crazy. I don't know, but it was kind of, like, delayed. It was a little bit longer, right? I don't know. It was like a year or two after, maybe? Yeah, but the same thing that happened with Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya, where Alex Pereira was sitting on the couch and didn't want to, fight anymore. He was done with this shit. And then Izzy called him out. The same thing happened with John Jones and Daniel Cormier. John Jones was out there partying. He didn't give a fuck. And he said on an interview that whenever Daniel Cormier called him out again, whenever he went to heavyweight, it motivated John to come back. And that's the funny thing about human beings is rarely ever will love motivate you to do something. It's always hate. Oh, that motherfucker, I remember he said this to me whenever I was in high school, so that's why I became, a UFC champion, because he said I couldn't fight. My high school basketball coach said I couldn't shoot a three-pointer. Like my boss, he fired me and he said I wouldn't be anything, so I became a CEO. Rarely is it ever like, I want to raise money to save children that have heart disease, and it really shows in MMA that hate it motivates him more than like, oh, I want to provide for my family. Maybe he was already rich at the moment. Maybe I want to do this or that. No, it was DC calling him out and saying, John Jones. I don't know what he said after that, but it was probably some iconic shit. But yeah, man, that's what got him off the couch. And did they fight at heavyweight? No, I think he went down to light heavyweight. Yeah, they look like they're at light heavyweight. DC is putting the pressure on him. 2 minutes and 46 seconds in the round 2. Oh, those elbows in the clinch, man. That's what John is good at. But that's why I like watching this. They're just so equally matched, except John... I mean, I don't know, because it's kind of... It was fair right now. And, I mean, it was a close fight right now, and John was on performance-enhancing drugs, I think. No, yeah, he said he was hiding under the canvas. So, yeah, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But these fights, man, they don't get any better than this. And now we got 2 minutes left in round 2, and they're in the clinch again. And DC, this is where he's really good. He can uppercut, he can get you with the hooks. And John Jones is actually leaning down, which is something that DC said on the Rogan podcast, that whenever John Jones is putting all that weight on you, it suffocates you. But yeah, this fight, man. I think round 2 is the one where he gets knocked out. I mean, the second fight is the one where he gets knocked out with that head kick. No, he gets TKO'd. He hits him with that head kick, and then he spins him around with the leg kick. But, shit, we got UFC 299 coming up. I wanted to predict that. I actually got my phone here. I had a bunch of topics, man. And while we're watching this fight, I want to read a couple of these topics, because a couple of them were really good. Like the beard one, I was really thinking about that the other day. I was like, do beards cushion punches? Like, they probably do. I mean, I'm not talking about to a huge extent, but at least to some extent. Alright, here we go. Okay, this is one that I think is really controversial. Should we ban the oblique kick? And this is perfect because we're watching a Jon Jones fight. I am just going to start off with my opinion. I don't think we should ban the oblique kick. If we can heel hook somebody, if we can armbar, if we can give you brain damage, that lasts a lot longer than, an oblique kick, injury to the knee. And a lot of people say, like, but it ends careers. Like, so does brain damage, man. Like, I think the oblique kick is such a good tool. And I made a video about this. I don't know what happened to it, but there's so many ways to defend the oblique kick. And we actually see in Jon Jones versus DC 1 and 2. DC tries to go back with the oblique kick at Jon Jones. And there's so many ways you can defend it. You can move back, use your footwork to move back. You can switch stance. You can't hit somebody's knee with an oblique kick if they're switching stance. You can't switch to a different target. The oblique kick it's like threading a needle. It's already a thin target, and it's a thin surface area that you're trying to strike. So whenever you have an oblique kick, you can't switch to a different knee. Unless you're like super, like Sanchai reflexes. But you can just step back. That's what Jon does all the time. Anytime there's an oblique kick, he just steps back. And he just threw an oblique kick 4 minutes and 47 seconds. And I think he just got hit with one too. Side kick from Jon. Yeah, but Jon Jones fucking monster. DC is a monster. What a great fight, man. But the oblique kick, I think it's one of the best strikes for any fighter. Even if you're not a long-range fighter, it can still be long-range for a shorter fighter. Like, DC just landed it on Jon Jones not 30 seconds ago. Leg kicks in general are becoming the equalizer in MMA. Whoever lands the most leg kicks seems to outlast the other opponent. Because it takes away your base. If you can't move, you can't fight. Unless you just stay on the ground. And look at how that worked for O'Malley. The ref's going to call it. Whenever O'Malley got drop foot, he dropped, and then he dropped, and Cheeto went on him with a couple of those elbows, and Herb Dean stopped that shit immediately. Damn. Yeah, 3 minutes and 39 seconds. And he just got poked. I think there's like a total of like 6 eye pokes throughout their fights or some shit. Or maybe that was Miocic and Daniel Cormier. Miocic and Cormier, they eye poked each other a lot. But yeah, the oblique kick. Let's see another one. Because I wrote these down and I wanted to get some of this. So, touching gloves. We talked about this with the guest earlier on the podcast. Touching gloves. Like, what do you guys think about that? What do you think about when somebody goes out to touch gloves and they go over with an overhand? I mean, it's protect yourself at all times, but the next time that you're like calling for a favor, like, man, please help me out, God. God's gonna be like, but remember that one time you knocked that motherfucker out whenever he was just trying to touch gloves with you? I don't know. But it's protect yourself at all times. Like, the only time you should touch gloves is whenever the ref does it for you. But some fighters, they have so much respect that they even hug. Like, at the end of round 5, if they're still, breathing, they'll go and they'll hug each other. Hug it out. But there's some fighters that they'll act like they're going to hug you, and then they'll just fucking hit you with an overhand. Or they'll just go for a takedown. Which is surprising that Jon Jones touched gloves with DC at the very beginning. It's probably just a mind game thing. I don't know. We got a little fly right here. What's up, brother? Hey. You want to be part of the podcast, bro? I'm going to call you Mighty Mouse. Because you're a fly. Get that shit? Come on, guys. See, that was my joke, and that was my terrible joke. Ooh, he just did what is that, a 6-12 elbow. That's what that is. Because 12-6 would be like this. On the clock, 12-6. Jon did from 6 to 12 like that. Elbows like that. Elbows in general, if you're fighting a taller guy or a bigger guy, elbows are not going to be your number one, weapon. You're going to have to get it to the ground before you can actually damage somebody with it. Because, I mean, you can do it, but it's just so much harder. Like Jon Jones here, Jon Jones's reach for an elbow is probably Daniel Cormier's entire distance for a punch. And Jon is doing that oblique kick from both legs now. And he's mixing it up with the straight punches. But Daniel Cormier, he is pressure personified. And it's the number one thing I always tell people. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Even if they're a pressure fighter too. Let them walk forward into your punches. Walk forward into theirs. If you have to. I mean, I'm not saying do it with your chin up, out. But if you have to, get forward. Like, go forward. If you can fight at a medium distance, if that's working, sure. But if you're losing a fight, and you know you're going to lose to a decision, why would you not take some sort of risk and go forward? Like, you know, there's so many times I see that happen. Jones missed with a knee. How often does that happen? And Jones, the hand fighting is the number one thing that happened in this fight. And him talking about that in camp is so... It's like another Khabib. I mean, Jon isn't really like coaching heavyweight fighters, you know. But he is coaching, you know, fighters. He's not coaching champions like Khabib is, you know. But I would definitely take a class from Jon Jones. Like, even if you're not a tall guy, flying knee from Jon. Cormier is such a dog, and he just keeps going forward. Hit him with a couple good uppercuts. Damn it, man. Alright, let's go with another topic. Alright. We already talked about Taekwondo. Oh, yeah, we got Anthony Joshua versus Ngannou. God damn, how's that fight gonna go? I think he has what it takes. That guy right there is no joke. Francis will... I mean, he came from a country that tried to stop him from coming 3 times. And he still was able to get to America. And he just wanted to be a boxer. And then he became a UFC champion. And then not only that, he was like, fuck this. I'm not getting paid enough. Then he went to boxing and got paid way more money when everybody said it was a bad idea. Including me, I didn't think it was the best idea ever. Like, how are you just going to leave and then what are you going to do? He fights Tyson Fury, wins, but loses, and that makes him even more popular because people, he's the underdog now. And now he's going to fight Anthony Joshua? I think he's got it. He's got it in the bag. And he didn't gas out. He slowed the pace, but he didn't gas out. And now that he knows that, he's a smart fucker. Like, whenever he got out-wrestled by Miocic, he came back and he became a better wrestler. So, why wouldn't he, whenever he gets out-jabbed by Tyson Fury, why wouldn't he go back and train his jab? I think Ngannou's got it in the bag. Oh, by the way, guys, we're 3 minutes and 55 seconds into round 4, and Jon Jones just threw Daniel Cormier to the ground. I think that was the first takedown in his entire career. Which is crazy that Jon Jones is the one that was able to take down Daniel Cormier. Daniel Cormier threw people around. And another one at 336. Yeah, man. There goes the cap. Yeah, this is not the best fight to see Daniel Cormier, like, show his skills. Because he usually ragdolls people. And you can see on Daniel Cormier's face right now, he's defeated. He's confused. He's like, how the hell did I just get taken down by Jon Jones? Man. What a crazy thing to experience if you're Daniel Cormier. I remember on the Rogan podcast, he was talking about how his wrestling coach taught him to never lay on his back. Because that means that you've got pinned. And that's how he teaches his kids in wrestling. He'll say, never lay on your back. And, yeah. That's a really smart thing, honestly. Because Daniel Cormier is back up. He's back up again. He's calm now. He's laughing. It's like, motherfucker. This motherfucker, Jon Jones. Yeah, but fighter to commentator, I think that's the best. I think a little bit more fighters should try to be referees. Maybe they don't want to do that because then just fucking go in there, beat some ass. Imagine Jon Jones was like, or DC was reffing a Jon Jones fight. And then just DC's like looking at him like, motherfucker, I will. Just give me one mistake, bro. Yeah, but now Jon Jones is just smothering him. Body punches. Oh, flurry from Jon. 1 minute left. 1 minute 51 in round 4. You know, I need to go watch a UFC event live. I can do that. I don't know why I haven't yet. Next time it's deep in the heart of Texas, I'll do it. Yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, unless you're watching it from, like, right next to the cage, like Joe Rogan, Daniel Cormier, John Anik, they've got the best seats in the house. I mean, honestly, not really, though. Because they have to, like, kind of look over the cage. Yeah, but I wouldn't want to get a seat that's all the way up in the nosebleeds. Get a nice seat where I can, like, fucking actually see, like, one of those dudes right there. 1 minute left in round 4. Now, Daniel Cormier's got over-under right now. And Jon Jones is pressing down on him, using all that weight. And that's what Jon Jones is so good at. And now he's trying to push the hips. He's trying to make space. Daniel Cormier knees Jon in the knee. And Daniel Cormier is using this clinch in the knees to try to get him closer to the fence. Because he knows that Jon's reach is way bigger than his. Way longer than his. So that's why he wants to get him close to the fence. And he's good at these reversals too. Whenever Jon is able to get him close to the fence, he's able to get those double underhooks and then turn him and shift his weight. But yeah, I said we weren't going to watch this whole fight. It looks like we're going to watch this whole fight. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Oh, and Jon, right at the bell, throws Daniel Cormier down and then pats his head like walking a dog. Damn it, boy. Jon is just so disrespectful, man. Picks him up and throws him like DC does to his opponents. Right on his back. Oh my god, the slow-mo is so much worse. Elbow from Jon. Right on the chin. Whew. Cormier, but still here, still in the fight. Yeah, but I think I might have ran out of topics, guys. Yeah, I was supposed to do some Q&A shit, but if you guys are watching till the end here, please send me a question. And yeah, I need to fix my Instagram settings because I had a couple people that did want to send me questions, and yeah, I guess hidden requests, I don't know, it doesn't let you send voice messages, man. So I'll have to fuck with that, and then you guys can send it. But hopefully the audio for the dude that joined earlier, hopefully the audio's alright. Oh, high kick from Jon. 4:53. They're going in hot. They know it's the end. Only 5 minutes left, so they're going to slug it out. Back in the clinch. Daniel Cormier tries to throw him to the cage. Not working. They're just scrambling all over the place. Now they're back in the middle. Crazy. Yeah, but who's going to be the next? Who's going to be the next Jon Jones, the next Daniel Cormier? And the answer to that question is nobody, I guess. Like, we're just going to have to see new people with new styles. And shit, I want to see how McGregor comes back, though. Like, he's doing that movie. He says there's a gym on his yacht, but Chandler, man, he posts those videos every day of him working out hard with that medicine ball. But, I mean, what do you guys think about that fight? Like, Chandler can close the distance, and McGregor can keep people away. It's like a perfect equal opposite, you know? But Chandler, he's got that power. McGregor's got the power. Cardio, both of them are shit. Wrestling goes to Chandler. So, I mean, if we're thinking about it, then Chandler. But McGregor can keep it standing. He'll probably... When Chandler gets gassed whenever he's standing up, McGregor doesn't. Unless he unloads the whole tank, which he will have to because of Chandler's pressure. So he'll probably be backing up. And I think he'll drop Chandler then. McGregor will drop Chandler with a left. Probably early in the first, but Chandler will cover because McGregor's not going to want to go in the guard. And if he does, it'll only be for a couple seconds. Then after that, they'll probably get up again, and then Chandler's going to feel that urgency, try to go for the takedown. Probably stay in the clinch for a while, disengage. And then leg kicks could be a factor, but I think they'll be too busy on the boxing. I think an uppercut will land from McGregor. Maybe the uppercut cross combo will land on Chandler while he's trying to go in with that left. The question is McGregor's uppercut faster than Chandler's hook? And I think it is. So he'll probably get hit with that right uppercut and then right down the pipe with that straight. That's how he'll get dropped. But the question is, can Michael Chandler outlast that beating and then survive? Because we've seen Michael Chandler can survive. But McGregor, he seems to fade out a little bit whenever he gets pressured like that. And we got 1 minute and 56 seconds left in round 5 of this fight, by the way. But what's my prediction for McGregor versus Chandler? Like, I see Chandler could hurt him too, but I don't know. It's all the strength and conditioning that he's doing. It might actually fatigue him even more that he's doing all of that. Because he's just bulking. Like, he's getting fucking huge. He never posts his sparring sessions, which makes sense, but he never posts pad work. He never posts him hitting the bag. It's always him throwing a medicine ball. While McGregor, we always see him sparring. And that's something that's going to factor in heavy, because Chandler's been way more active than McGregor. But it's a fun fight. That's for sure. Because Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier, who won that? That went to a decision? Oh, goddamn. DC just threw John. 40 seconds left. Yeah, but that's a really interesting fight. I think it's going to be 301, UFC 301 that they're going to do that. But who knows if McGregor's even going to fight this fool. He might just be content with living his life now. He's so rich. He's number 35 on Forbes magazine for rich athletes, I think. Ooh, John's looking at the clock. John needs to tell him, come on. We got 15 seconds left. Let's bang. Oh, he's going for the guillotine. Throwing him around like a pit bull. Doesn't John do some dirty shit at the end of the bell? Yeah, he throws his hands up. Yeah, he throws his hands up, and then he hits him. Oh, my God. And then he almost hit Herb Dean. God damn, John is a dirty motherfucker. He is a dirty motherfucker. He threw his hands up like, yeah, yeah. And the bell hadn't rung yet. And when he had his hands up, he went, bah, 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 bah. God damn, John. See, like we were talking about earlier with the touching the gloves and then hitting them. Was that unsportsmanlike? Or was that a mind game? Was that a good tactic that John just used? Like, he could have knocked Daniel Cormier out just then with a mind game. John throws his hands up. DC thinks the fight's over. He hits him with 2 good punches. It's not John's fault that DC fell for it. Honestly, that's a... You guys let me know right now. If you guys made it to the end of the video, or to the end of the podcast, because it's not really a video. I mean, there is a video, but it's a podcast, so if you made it to the end of this podcast, let me know. What do you guys think? But, yeah, we talked about a whole lot of shit today, guys. As always... Oh, is my computer glitching out a little bit? Perfect timing. As always, guys, you can check out the podcast live on Instagram, AJ_Stember_MMA. We do them live every Saturday. Even if there's not a fight night, we'll find some event, or we'll just watch a fight like we just did. Keep it on in the background while we talk about techniques and upcoming fights, predictions. But if you guys made it to the end, please send me voice messages. I want to have a Q&A with you guys. I'm going to keep letting people join the live stream too, because I think it's fun, guys. I always kept thinking, man, I want a co-host. You guys are going to be my co-host, and a new one every fucking day. We'll have some regulars that come by, of course, but yeah, I'm excited for the Punch Podcast, man. I really like this. It's fun to do, because it doesn't always feel like 3 hours, man. I'm watching these fights, and it's just going by, and I'm like, god damn. And I'm looking over at the clock now, and I'm like, okay, it's 2:40. If I have to edit this, it's going to be a pain in the ass, so. But, yeah, guys, keep it real. Like I say, I always keep it real with you guys. Keep it real. Everything's easier whenever you're making life easy. But, yeah, Punch Podcast 4 coming Saturday. And, like I said, all these drop on Monday. All of them drop on Monday. Every Monday, you will find a Punch Podcast. And, yeah, guys. I probably have some announcements that I'm missing out on, but we'll save it for the next one. Like I said, send me voice messages, guys. Anyway, thank you all for watching the Punch Podcast, and tune in next week for episode 4. Later, guys.